turn your world upside down. But your Houston Methodist team assures you they'll use the latest cancer research and technologies, collaborating to treat and remove the tumor and reconstruct your breasts, restoring symmetry, sensation, and your sense of self. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Well, guess what? We have a new podcast for you, the diehard Rice Owls fan. It's Rice Unfiltered. Let's go. Same great content wherever you get your podcast, all that jazz. We'll have regular visits with AD Tommy McClellan, all of our head coaches, and, of course, the stories of our one-of-a-kind student athletes. Stay tuned during the football season. We'll have regular chats with Dunleavy family head football coach Scott Ael, and yours truly will chat with assistant coaches and Saturday playmakers. It's also on the Rice Owls YouTube page. Rice Unfiltered, wherever you get your podcast.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Kickoff is moments away, which means it's time for a visit with Rice head football coach Scott Ael. Alongside the coach, here's J.P. Heath.
Here in the Alamo City, it's the Rice Owls and the UTSA Roadrunners with Dunleavy family head football coach Scott Ael and one of the newest Longwood Lancer Hall of Fame, inductees coming up here soon. But what'd that mean this week when you got that news?
I'm honored. You know, whenever you're recognized by being a part of something bigger than yourself, and that's really how I see that. You know, my time at Longwood was special to me for a lot of reasons, and you know that era of baseball for us was special. You know, we about won a national championship, went to the College World Series, went to the NCAA playoffs numerous times, and so to be recognized as a part of something like that is very special.
So during the week, what did you hope the guys learned after that close loss to FAU?
Well, what you hope each week is that you grow from the experience of learning, right? Especially in this year one. There's so much value each week in what you take, good, bad, or indifferent, from the week before. And so, once again, our guys showed up. You know, they went back to work and began to, how do we get better at the things that we know we got to get better at? How do we grow the program in the direction we want to grow? And I saw that throughout the week. And, you know, things you can't control. You can't control getting healthy. You know, that takes time, and it's no secret we're banged up and, you know, want to get to a bye week. But, you know, proud of the guys who are now stepping up, the next man up, and what they give to our program.
Quentin Jackson's really stepped up. What's he done to really find that groove here at the midway point of the season?
Well, he gets better kind of every touch, not just every game. And, you know, understanding the system, everyone assumes playing running back is something that you can, just step in and play. But, you know, for Q-Jack, quarterback in high school, right, kind of been an all-purpose guy. And now he starts into a kind of a featured running back. And I think you just see him get more comfortable with every carry. And, you know, the intangibles are always there. He's an unbelievable leader, character guy for our program, and we're just very blessed to have him.
On the other side, UTSA has a pretty good one in Robert Henry, number 3 rusher in the nation. How do you prevent him from having those home run plays?
Well, you got to get to him early, right? You got to wrap him up, and you got to be okay with the 3 or 4 yard gains and try to really eliminate the big hit, because that's where, you know, he's special. He gets in space, and so we got to limit his space, right? We got to cut down that open green grass as quick as we can, prevent him from getting really up to speed, and that's a key, but that's a challenge.
During the week, you also said their front seven is probably the best front seven you'll see all season. How do you counteract that with the obvious running game you want to establish?
Well, it's a battle of wills, right? You know, and so they are. I think they're as good as the front sevens we've seen all year. They're big, they're physical, they get off the football. And so, you know, what a great measuring stick for us to see really how far we've come, because, this offense is not just about options, not just about motions and schemes. It's about physicality. And so, that's been a challenge to our guys this week. Rise to the occasion against who we consider maybe best front seven that certainly to this point we've seen, and maybe one of the best all year.
And finally, I know you've also stressed getting that good start. What are some other keys to try to get a win over here?
Well, I think first on both sides of football, offensively, right, put stack in place. Putting some plays together. We popped a big run last week, which is great. But, we understand that the momentum is certainly controlling the football, right? Putting some plays together, putting first downs together, give yourself a chance to score early in the game. Defensively, it's really eliminating the big play, right? Getting off the field on those third downs. And, if we can do that, that's going to really help us get off to a fast start.
Thanks, Coach. Get that win.
Go Owls.
Rice Fight. Dunleavy family of football coach Scott Ael. Rice and UTSA coming up here from the Alamo City. More of the Houston Methodist pregame. Rice football from Learfield.
Home game, that's against UConn, October 22nd. Kick time will be announced the week before. Tickets start as low as $22. You can call 713-348-OWLS or go to riceowls.com. Don't miss the pregame concert festivities. Come early to cheer on the Blue and Grays. They make their Owl Walk about 2 hours and 15 minutes before kick. Get your tickets for the Owls and Huskies, Rice and UConn, October 22nd. 713-348-OWLS, riceowls.com. Rice Fight.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Your health is personal, which is why your Houston Methodist primary care team takes the time to get to know you and your unique goals, offering personalized health care at more than 40 locations throughout Greater Houston, with same-day clinics when you're sick and expert specialists when you need them. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Big trip on the horizon? Before you depart, you gotta park. The parking spot is a simpler, easier way to navigate airport parking, and you can save when you book online. You're guaranteed a spot, and we even pick you up at your trunk in our yellow and black spotted shuttles and take you straight to the terminal. Parking and saving come full circle at The Parking Spot. The Parking Spot, proud sponsor of Rice University. Visit theparkingspot.com to reserve your spot today.
The Rice Owls and the UTSA Roadrunners. More coming up on the Houston Methodist pregame. It's Rice football from Learfield.
Porsche is proud to partner with Rice University, celebrating a shared commitment to excellence and innovation. As part of this exclusive partnership, Rice students, alumni, and staff are eligible for special incentives on new Porsche models, including the all-electric 2025 Macan. Plus, enjoy 3 years of complimentary maintenance with the purchase of any new vehicle. Visit today and show your Rice ID to take advantage. This offer is just for the Rice community.
I'm Chris Shoppa, owner of Shoppa's. For 42 years, our family has been providing you the best John Deere products and services in the industry. One of the things I'm most proud of is when you come to Shoppa's, you are buying more than a piece of equipment. It's a commitment from our Shoppa's family to yours to support you after the sale and be there when you need us. So the next time you're in the market for a John Deere tractor, a gator, or a mower, come see us at Shoppa's and experience what we call the Shoppa's difference.
The passion.
He's going to take it to the house. Dinner's cooking. Touchdown.
The fury.
There was flames on that ball.
The speed.
35-40. There he goes. Down the sideline.
Western College football.
For the end zone. Got it for 6 points. You cannot hitch the wagon. Put the ponies in the barn. Back to the end zone. 30, 20.
This is the College Football Bliss. Listen all season long on College Sports Now on the Varsity Network.
Heaving it towards the end zone left side. Jump ball. It's caught. Touchdown, Rice Owls. Looking. Throwing left side towards the end zone. Back of the end zone. Juggled and caught. Touchdown, Rice Owls. Touchdown, back of the end zone. Fly, Owls, fly.
On the Rice Sports Network from Learfield. Welcome to Live.
Just had a rousing edition of our national anthem in What a Military City. My late grandfather, Vernon Crane, stationed at Fort Sam Houston for so many years. And I remember so many great visits here to San Antonio. It was almost like a second home, and you can't help but feel the pride in a great military town like this here in San Antonio. It's Hispanic Heritage Month. We were treated to the routine we're about to see in a second, and at halftime, it's homecoming here, which Andrew Alway noted, by the way, during the week. He's tired of being UTSA's homecoming over the years. But Nate Griffin, what a venue this is. It's about half full now. They have the top rung of this blacked out. There's curtains, but it just, as noisy as it was before, everybody's scooching in, getting comfy, and ready to make some noise.
Really are, and I think, every time we come to this place, it's always loud. The acoustics in this building, they do nothing but serve UTSA and everybody here from San Antonio. I mean, Houston's trying to adjust to that, but we have had lots of luck here. Remember, we played well here on occasion, but today we need to play well. And don't forget, there are guys from the San Antonio from the San Antonio area, if you will. Remember, a guy by the name of Kramer last name. And then you also have Nick Fanuzzi, Jared Dillard. You've got his brother, Andrew Zendejo, Indy Kalu, Daryl Grant, Philip Gaines, Scott Solomon. So many great guys who play for the Rice Owls.
Humble, Bob?
There you go. Quite a few. So
was Weldon Humble from here? I think so. Yeah, great owl of the past.
I believe he is.
Yeah, Chase Clement.
And we got him. We made sure we mentioned him.
Our third member of our on-air crew, setting lifestyle. He scooted down with Matty Ice of the Roost fame down here. It's Jason Metko. How you feeling, bud? And what do you think here?
I'm here. I sound incredibly deep, not quite very white deep, but very alluring voice, no doubt, on the sidelines here today. No, it's good to be back here at UTSA. JP, you mentioned the fact that it's only about half full right now. There was a massive tailgating scene off to the, I guess that'd be east of the Alamo Dome when we arrived, Matthew Bartlett and I, about 2 hours ago. So no doubt fans are going to be filtering in and making some noise and rooting on this defense. And that's really the key, I think, today. You've heard Scott Ael mention it. You heard Jackson mention it, too. We got to get past the front seven of UTSA. And then defensively for our boys, let's make some stops on third downs today, JP.
I agree. I like that. And the American Conference tweeting out the injury report. Ajike Anele is out for the season. So Owls backup defensive lineman, the reigning Ivy Defensive Player of the Year coming from Dartmouth, he is out for the rest of the season. You hate to hear that. Marcus Williams, Owls safety, questionable. He was already filling in some injured spots. But the good news is we walk right by Jack Kane, who's been out since the Houston game. Right. Good to see Jack Kane back as he made a good play against Louisiana and talked to us after the U of H game. Wyan Guillo is still out. And hate to see this, Micah Barnett is questionable in this one at the tight end spot. Sean Sullivan is questionable at the offensive line. And also John Long is out for this game. So, hey, next man up. It's that midway point of the year. Scott Ael told me during the week, hey, you have to play the schedule in front of you, but the bye week coming up next week, coming up at a good time.
A lot of teams have injuries, but I think what you have to do going into this game today, don't have it in the back of your mind that the front seven of that defense is that good. And if you can play past that, past the mental whatever issues you may have today, you got a shot at beating this UTSA team. They have some weaknesses. I think the Owls have some strengths that they can use to take advantage of what San Antonio cannot do. So all they have to do is remember what they can do, next man up, try to get the dub today.
Stay tuned, more coming up here. The start of this one, it's UTSA. Owls and the Roadrunners. It's a 13th meeting all time, third as American Conference members. Rice has lost 5 consecutive games here at the Alamo Dome. It's been the house of horrors in the past. Rice and UTSA, no love lost down I-10. Rice won last year over at Rice Stadium to snap that losing streak. Jeff Traylor bringing out his team right now. They've got the legend Frank Harris here in the house. He heard the Owls many times in the past. The UTSA band is on the field, and this place, they're ready to rip the lid off here, the Alamo Dome here down I-10. We got a great crew here. We're on the Varsity Network app, the Rice Owls Gameday app, riceowls.com. Stay tuned for the start of this one. Coming up next, Rice and UTSA. It's Rice football from Learfield.
Owl fans know where to stay when they come to Houston. The Courtyard by Marriott, Rice University, is their preferred choice, whether cheering on the team or kicking off their Rice experience during O Week. Just minutes from Rice Village and less than 2 miles to campus. We provide the right mix of convenience and accessibility. Coming in spring 2025, enjoy Michelin-starred dim sum excellence in our restaurant. Cheer for the Owls by raising a glass in the lounge and start the day right with breakfast in the bistro. Call 713-661-5669 to make a reservation and be sure to ask for the Rice University rate. We look forward to welcoming you.
I'm Chris Shoppa, owner of Shoppa's. For 42 years, our family has been providing you the best John Deere products and services in the industry. One of the things I'm most proud of is when you come to Shoppa's, you are buying more than a piece of equipment. It's a commitment from our Shoppa's family to yours to support you after the sale and be there when you need us. So the next time you're in the market for a John Deere tractor, a gator, or a mower, come see us at Shoppa's and experience what we call the Shoppa's difference.
We hear nothing.
Can you?
So Rice Owls and the UTSA Roadrunners. The I-10 tussle just down the road here in San Antonio. My friend Nate Griffin of Fox 26 by my side. Bob Schlanger on the stat board again. Jason Metko this week said, I'm off to Tampa now, but he's back reporting from the sideline. Walter Donaldson, the engineer on the engineering board upstairs, and Baron Easterling producing back in the Learfield studio. And a pleasure to welcome retired Marine Ken Lucas as our spotter.
Yes,
he is keeping us in line here. My name is JP Heath. Well, I've got to relay some things. I talked to Matthew Bartlett in the offseason, he of the Roost fame, and he was reminding me, this just a few weeks ago actually, about UTSA. So I'm going to credit the Roost for this. And this has a point, this long-winded soliloquy here. But Rice has had its troubles here in San Antonio that they're trying to fight. In 2019, Rice fell to 0-7 on the season. That saved Frank Wilson's job, you remember. Lowell Narcisse starts. Wiley Green was picked off the first play of the second half. Naeem Smith got that pick at the 1-yard line, and Rice didn't score. And it was just snowballing from there. They didn't play in 2020 because of that pesky coronavirus. And 2021 here in San Antonio, Rice got mollywopped 45-0. 2023 game, it was neck and neck at the half. UTSA dropped a 21 spot in the third quarter with a back-breaking punt return for a touchdown. And those were the three under Coach Bloomgren. Owls have lost 5 in a row here. Nate, a key to the game. What does Rice have to do to get over this obvious 400-pound gorilla in this rivalry?
First of all, you got to be able to stop Robert Henry, who is from Lumberton, Mississippi. He's running for about 133 per game. You got to stop him. He is their big bell. Number two, time of possession would help the Rice Owls if they can control the ball, hold on to the ball. We've seen them do this on occasion. They have to get back to doing that today against UTSA. Try and keep that UTSA offense off the field. And there's one more. Play great defense. If you play great defense today, you got a shot to win this game.
The defense has been the calling card of the Owls this season.
Yes, sir.
We're waiting for the running game still to explode, but I agree with you on that. Rice's defense is really going to have to lead the way. For the UTSA Roadrunners, David Amador is going out there near midfield with Corey Godinot of the UTSA Roadrunners. They have a special San Antonio insignia in cursive in blue on their white helmets, blue jerseys and blue pants. The Rice Owls have their silver helmets and white jerseys and white pants.
You're the visiting team and you'll make the
name of the referee, Reed Jackson. Second Rice game he's had this year. Here's Reed.
Heads is Yep.
Throw it up there, young lady.
Uh-oh. It is heads. Rice will win the toss. Rice wins the toss and is elected to defer their options to the second half.
There you go.
Rice wins again.
The coin toss fortune showing up in favor of the Owls. They've won the opening toss 6
half kickoff.
And so UTSA will get the football moving as if the directions matter here, but going from our left to our right in this covered facility here. But unlike last week where he wanted the early start, gives you a little mindset. He wants to play defense early to play that middle late game you like.
Yeah, we changed up last week, and so I think today this is going to give the Rice Owls a better look at what they do offensively. Now, we know they're probably not going to throw the ball a whole lot. They want to run Robert Henry. They think this guy is, the guy who plays for Baltimore, the Heisman Trophy winner. So that's a good chance. He could be that guy, but hopefully not today.
Yeah, he's got a little Derrick Henry in him.
Yeah, he does.
I'll admit you on that. A little smaller, but yeah, he's got that wally whopping in him. All right, here's the starting line. They've had to really go deep in the depth chart on this UTSA offense. The coordinator is Justin Burke. They average on the season 29 points per game and 386 total yards. Owen McCown, the quarterback, 6'1", 190, redshirt junior from Rusk and a Colorado transfer. His dad, 18-year NFL veteran, Josh McCown, now the quarterback's coach of the Vikings. The aforementioned Robert Henry, the running back, nation's third leading rusher, leads the nation at 133 rushing yards per game. A.J. Wilson, David Amador, Devin McEwen, the wide receivers. Tight ends are good. Houston Thomas, the main one. It's a great group of the tight ends. Missouri and Marshall are the tackles. Marshall, a big one, 6'7", from here in San Antonio. Ben Rios, the center from Central Catholic High School, the Alamo City. Darrell Jones, the right guard from Baltimore. And Trevor Timmons from Brunswick, Georgia, the left guard. Enoch Goda, toe to leather, kicks it high into the air, and that's well over the head of the kick returner, Will Henderson, another Gilmer Buckeye, and UTSA bringing it out from our left to our right at the 25-yard line. That Rice defense with Michael Daly out in this game again. We'll see who the Owls put out there in the starting line. It is Dylan Botts. His mom's birthday is today, so happy birthday to Mama. Blake Banish also out there for the blue and gray. Tony Anianwu out there. In addition to, looks like Christopher Clark Jolivet getting that other start on the defensive line. Mutombo not out there starting, but we know he had some reps. Crump and Porter, the corners. Morris and Alway, the backers. And Peyton Stevenson out there with Hook. Davion Hook is back. That's good to see. First play is a handoff straight up the middle, and Robert Henry slides his way for about 3 yards on the right side. And it'll be a 2nd and 7 as Onionu does make that opening tackle. 2nd and 7 up to the 28.
Yeah, they're going tempo, JP, and of course they want to give him a big dose of that guy, Robert Henry, number 3.
Henry last week kind of dealing with some hydration issues, had a season-low 42-yard rushing game, but he is their bell cow. 2nd and 7 to 28, left to right. Snap, left-handed quarterback McCown. After the play action goes deep over the middle. He's got a guy with a step, two-handed catch made by Wilson. Right hash 20, 15. He is horse-collared and drugged down by Amari Porter. Good gosh almighty. They tested the Owls secondary over the top early, much like FAU did a lot last week, and a huge gain in the Owls red zone. 57 yards.
Yeah, that was one of the questions I had before the game, remember? Would they watch the FAU film and test the Rice Owls secondary? They have been vulnerable to the deep ball.
Wilson, all Southland Conference last season at Houston Christian, 28 yards per catch. He's their big play guy already. 1st and 10 at the 15. Shotgun snap, pump fake right side. McCown going to the right corner, and it is short for the tight end Thomas, incomplete near the pylon, as Peyton Stevenson, the free safety there, was in coverage. So now 2nd down and 10 at the Rice 15.
Well, you go cut back a couple of plays ago, and you can see he read the free safety all the way. Free safety playing a little deep off the ball, and of course trying to give some cushion to the wide receiver on that seam route. He's got a beautiful ball.
All right, take a deep breath, everybody. Long game coming up. Tom is the tight end, slot left side. McCown has his hands out in front of him. Back left side is Henry. Snap, handoff to Henry. Jump stop right, cuts it back to left. Curly cues around. Stevenson cuts it down the hash, the 10, the 5. First down to the 1 as Stevenson caught up with him to slow him down, but a 14-yard run right straight down the gut. Great run by Henry.
Yeah, he's got a nice little push, too. I mean, this guy leans, use that body lean to get the advantage, get the leverage on the defender. You can see that time he used it along with the move that he had there, a little cutback move. That really, really hurts.
Just outside the 1 yard line, Marcus Williams helping out on that touchdown saving tackle. Go to go here for the UTSA Roadrunners. Here's the snap, handoff right side, and plugging his way into the end zone early on. It is no signal yet. The lights are going. Everybody here in town wants it to be a touchdown, but there's been no signal yet. the Zebras' opinion counts. And now it is a touchdown.
Rolling on the field is a touchdown.
1-yard touchdown run for Robert Henry. We assume it stands, but that would be his 8th of the season.
And just that fast, JP, they use a combination of run and pass to get deep into the territory of Rice, and all of a sudden they're punching it in. So you talk about a punch to the mouth to the Rice Owls. UTSA administering that punch or roundhouse already.
He barely crossed that goal line. Banish had him low. Morris was pushing him back high.
Yeah.
And every scoring play is reviewed. And they're waiting for official confirmation. It's an ESPNU national telecast, so they give us the fancy cameras. And yes, indeed, it is confirmed. Jason Metko, you're right down the line. Does that confirm with what you
yes,
saw?
Sir. Yeah.
Okay. All right, here's the snap. Hold is put down by Hogan, and the kick is up and through by Michael Petro, 19 of 19 on his PATs. So UTSA the early jump for what it's worth. Rice is 3-1 this season when their opponent scores first, but didn't want to see it to go that way. More coming up here. UTSA 7 and Rice nothing. Varsity Network App, the Owls Gameday App score is UTSA 7, Rice nothing. Just getting away, it's Rice football from Learfield.
Balancing your work, family, and health is a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care checkups, personalized orthopedics to keep you moving, and experts in specialties like cardiology, neurology, and GI, all in one manageable system, so you can stay healthy and strong. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Back in San Antonio, UTSA has taken an early 7-0 lead, 12:47 remaining in the first quarter on the strength of a 5-play, 75-yard drive. Took 2 minutes and 13 seconds, JP. A 1-yard run by Robert Henry, but the 57-yard pass from McCown to his receiver is really what did it. Got him deep into Rice territory. They did the rest from there with the run.
We both said they had to have a good start.
Yep.
And they did not have a good start.
No, not at all.
That would have been higher up on the list. Here's the starting lineup for the Rice Owls about to get the football to try to match things. The center is Nate Bledsoe, 6'4", 310, redshirt sophomore from Collierville, Tennessee. The tackles, Luke Miller is the tight tackle, 6'5", 294, sophomore from Round Rock up the road. And the strong tackle is Sean Sullivan. He was listed as questionable, so Metko will keep an eye out for that. We'll see if Sullivan, if he doesn't start, that would break his team high 30th straight start. 6'5", 209, transfer from Yale. And Valent and Kropp are the guards. Kropp starting in place of John Long, who is out in this one. The Owls skill guys, we'll see if Quentin Jackson also is out there, as he is questionable. No, Aaron Turner is going back deep, so that lends me to think Q-Jack will not be out there on the offensive side, but Aaron Turner is back deep. He has not had a kick return yet this season. Tyson Thompson is up and to his left, but Turner and Dickman the slots, and we'll check and see if Falk is out there or if they have Colin Whitted tied in for the Owls. So, all right, things could have started better, but it is a lot of room to go in this whole presentation.
Whole lot of room. You mentioned Quentin Jackson not being in the game. Aaron Turner, though, there's an element of speed to his game, so we love having him out there. He plays a slot receiver, and you love having him out there. Still a chance in the return game. That is if they decide to kick to him.
Yeah, and it also depends on the talents of Jaffer Murphy, 6'1" senior from Marion, Iowa. I've never been there, but I bet it's nice. He's a North Carolina transfer. Kicks it deep with his high sock on his right knee and kicks it well over the head of Turner, about 8 yards deep in that blue painted end zone. And they'll be coming out to the 25-yard line. So we'll check on the key Rice injured principals coming in a second. Sullivan is coming out there for the Rice Owls, and Tyson Thompson going to start for the blue and gray. And Q-Jack is in the starting lineup. Quentin Jackson good to have him there. But on the UTSA defensive line, just know all the names I tell you now, it's kind of a moot point because they rotate about 30 guys on their defense. Ozuwalu, Otutu, Leonard on the line. Banks, a jackbacker. Blackshire, the Mike backer. Pee-wee is a good, strong safety and outside backer. And Nana Anianwu, the weak side linebacker. Their secondary in this second first down play is a run to the right side. Keeper by Jenkins. Turns it up the right hash and gets 6 and goes chest to chest with Shad Banks, future NFL guy and North Shore guy, coached by John Kay in high school, and a transfer from TCU. The safeties, Tyan Milton and Jimmy Wyrick. He's a Stanford transfer. Fantastic story. Bachelor's degree in econ at Stanford. KK Meyer and David Martin are the corners for UTSA.
You talk about personnel. 24 guys from the Houston area alone, JP, on this team.
They know where to get their players, don't they?
Yes, sir.
All right, shotgun Jenkins, the gun choice offense. 2 receivers left, snap, throw short side right, high and wide of a diving Tyson Thompson. That was in front of the corner, Jacavion Roberts. Former Dangerfield Blue Tigers. They're way up in Northeast Texas, Dangerfield. All right, third down. And somehow the Owls lost a yard. It's now 3rd down and 5.
That was an errant pass, but you don't want to have, you do not want to have a bunch of 3 and outs. You want to see them move the football, and I'd like to see them score quickly, but that's not the nature of this offense.
So I suppose they said the original Jenkins 6-yard run was actually a 5-yard run. 3rd and 5 play from the 30. Option pitch left side. Jackson trying to turn the corner left side. Breaks it up and gets near the out of bounds first down marker, Blackshire, and him racing to the corner. He got 6 yards when he needed 5 on this left sideline to the 36. Fresh set of downs for the guys from Houston.
Yeah, that's a good run. Nice leverage by the offensive line. And, of course, they're getting out on their blocks. They always want to get to that second level in this gun choice offense. Not necessarily so worried about the gaps. But you got to get your gaps, especially get to your gaps, especially in this offense.
UTSA 7, Rice nothing. 11:38 of this opening quarter. Shotgun. Twins right side. Dickman out there as a wide receiver. Snap and a give to Jackson, dashing his way up the middle. And he falls over the 40-yard line. Got a good 4-yard surge. Setting up a 2nd down and 6 play. Ty Leonard had a hold of him. The many Houstonians on this UTSA roster.
So good to see the Rice Owls have settled down. They want to pop about 4 yards, a carry if they can in this offense. And if they're doing that, you got a short 3rd down opportunity. So far, so good.
Dickman and Turner out to the right side. 4 minutes in, Rice trailing 7-0. Slot left side is Thompson, who now goes in motion. Snap to Jenkins. Play action. Back to pass. Hoist a high arcing spiral towards Dickman. Back right. And inside the 30. It's caught in front of Rogers. What a job by Dickman sneaking down that right sideline to get the big play to the 24. Call it for 36 yards down the right sideline.
That's what you have to be able to do. That was an 8 route. Dickman ran it perfectly, but what he did also, he watched his quarterback. He was looking for the ball. The ball was not perfectly thrown, but it was thrown to where Dickman could get it. Nice catch.
Second longest pass of the season completed for Chase Jenkins, and actually a 34-yard gain as they took away 3 yards from the Owls there. They said he was out of bounds actually at the 27 now. Some invisible yards come against the Owls. All right, but anyway, 1st and 10, just out to the 25. The handoff right side, and Jackson is plowed over by Shad Banks, that Jack linebacker, their leading tackler on the season, and Blackshire helping out too. Banks, a key player on TCU's national finalist team a few years ago, and he actually lost half a yard on the play, so officially 2nd and 11 at the 28.
Well, he talked about the front 7 being tough, but they're not shying away from it. I mean, they're still going right at it, just like they do most defenses. They go right at those defenses. You got to find a crack in the armor somewhere. You got to win up front if you're an offensive lineman for the Rice Owls.
Michael Barnett in there, tight end, hand down right. 7-0 UTSA leads. Rice's first possession, 8 to snap it. 9:35 to go. 9:34, 9:33. Pressure left side. Snap, handoff. Dalen Alexander gets turned around clockwise, and he gets twisted on top of the American Conference logo at that 25-yard line, and got 3 yards. So 3rd down and about 8 coming up for Rice, trying to penetrate that 25-yard line.
Remember, this is what we were talking about a moment ago. You want to get 4 a pop if you can, but they weren't able to get that 4 pop. So now you're looking at a 3rd and 8, which is a long 3rd down conversion opportunity for the Rice Owls.
And it's something Scott Ael's not been shy about. He said we have to do better on 3rd downs here. All right, third down and officially 8 here, about the 25. End zone to our left. Owls in the white and silver. Snap, fake it middle, pitch it back right to Aaron Turner, running around the end, cuts it in between the numbers and the hashes, dashes it down to the 20, where he meets Banks, and he was down before the fumble came. Either way, he'd be shy of the sticks. There's a 6-yard gain. Jeff Traylor down there trying to play referee to mark it.
Rolling on the field was a fumble recovered by the offense.
Okay, Rice recovered it. Sean Sullivan hopped down on that one. Good job, Sean.
Got to go for it here. Got to go for it here, JP. I don't know if they will. They may take the points, but you got to go for it. Are you going with the field goal here?
Yeah, Goda's coming out. Setting up right side. Enoch Goda this season, 4 of 7 on his field goal tries. This would be a 37-yarder. He's 1 for 1 in his 30 to 39-yard range. No, 36 right hash. Just below the American logo. High snap put down by Bichetta. The hold is good. The kick is up in the air, and it is good. Just sneaks inside that right upright from 36 yards.
Media
3, better than nothing. And Rice takes their points here, cutting it to a 4-point game.
Not even thinking about whether or not they're going to kick the field goal. It was so fast. Decision came so fast. Goda was already on the field while we're up here trying to figure out what they're going to do. All right, guys, on the Varsity app, network app that is, and Owls Gameday app, the score 7-3. And, of course, UTSA leads. This is Rice Owls football from Learfield.
Every great team has a game plan. What's your game plan for retirement? Join us in person for a 2-night comprehensive retirement planning university course. It's interactive, instructor-led, and covers what you need to know when it comes to retirement planning, taxes, income strategies, common mistakes, and more. If retirement is the next play for you, this class sets the formation. Reserve your seat at retirementplanninguniversity.com. That's retirementplanninguniversity.com. Retirement Planning University is a nonprofit and not an accredited university. See website for disclosures. Go Owls!
Rice fans, need a place to stay while watching your Owls play ball? Located just steps from campus is the Hilton Houston Medical Center. Visit us today at houstonplaza.hilton.com or call 713-313-4000 to get that special Rice discount. Again, that's houstonplaza.hilton.com or call 713-313-4000 to get that special Rice discount now.
We were just everybody's homecoming game. It was once we were in the Alamo Dome, and it was one time they did the wave, and they had like Rice the Pinata, and they kept on hitting it, and I just hated that every time. So ever since then, I just had a chip on my shoulder, like, now we got to beat these guys. They have no respect for us. So, ever since then, I just always been like a game that I really want to win.
Yeah, Andrew Alway excited to play the UTSA Roadrunners, just not on homecoming as it is. And UTSA, the early 7-3 lead. But Rice not electing to go for it, but they responded. At least they got points.
They won't have to worry about it for their homecoming. Meanwhile, the Rice Owls put some points on the board thanks to a 9-play, 57-yard drive. Took 4 minutes and 54 seconds. The 36-yard field goal by Enoch Goda gets the Rice Owls on the board. Score is now 7-3, 7:53 remaining in the first quarter.
Jason Metko, any musings from the sideline from you, good man?
I would say so far so good. They needed the 3, and Goda's leg has looked pretty solid this season, JP. A good investment to go with Goda there for the 3.
I do believe, JP, though, look, you're going to have to send a signal to this San Antonio defense and let them know we're not afraid to run against you. So 4th and 1. Deep in their territory. I know it's a chance to take it to not get points, but you got to send a sign.
All right, Goda just out there cashing in those 3 points. UTSA 7-3, about 7 minutes into the game. A high end-over-end kick that goes over the head of Mr. Henderson, and UTSA will bring it out left to right. Owen McCown in this UTSA offense on the season, they average about 29 points per game. Even though they have the 3rd leading rusher in the nation, they average 8th best in the conference in rushing, 178 rushing yards a game. We'll be taking it from the right hash, going left to right. Owen McCown, the quarterback. from Rusk High School in Eagle, Colorado Buffalo transfer last week. Lost to Temple, 234 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, but hasn't run the ball much. And Scott Ael saying during the week, Rice head coach, that people don't talk about his feet. He can scoot it. First play from the 25 is a swing out right flat, and it is caught by UTSA's Amador, and Marcus Williams wrestles him down, and a flag coming in towards the tail end of that play after a 2-yard gain. Let's see about that laundry, though.
See if they're going to call
personal foul, face mask, defense. 15 yards to be added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
I didn't catch a number in there, but it was Williams on the tackle. And I didn't see it on the replay, but not the way you want to start that drive.
Yeah, that's a little weird there. They called that. I see the face mask.
He grazed it.
Mask. Yeah. There's Marcus.
Okay. I'll bite my tongue. The 42-yard line now, where they started. Henry to the left of McCown, 7-3, halfway through. Snap, fake it right, bootleg to the left side. McCown tosses it out to left, caught by the backup tight end. Dishman races his way up the sideline and then down into Rice territory at the 46. 12 yards just like that as Stevenson shoved him out. We're talking with the UTSA folks before the game. Said we have an excellent tight end core. They've already shown that going to them here early.
They faked the double reverse there, which to me, this Traylor does those kinds of things in his offense. Early in the game, though, they're actually trying to take advantage right now.
First down at the Rice 46. UTSA leading 7-3 at the 7-minute mark now. Snap across the backs in front of McCown. The lefty steps up to the pocket as he's hit hard and throws it deep. Right over the middle, incomplete to McCune, but he was wide open. Somebody got crisscrossed in the Owls coverage, and Andrew Alway was back there in the mismatch. And he is angry with Hook there. They're just going, no, that was Crump actually, not Alway. Somebody got crisscrossed, and it did not come back to bite the Owls. My goodness.
You know what? Hook is talking to his guys right now. Guys, we have to communicate better so that those kinds of things don't happen. That could have been an easy 7 points.
It should have been.
Yeah, it should have been, man.
Second down and 10 at the Rice 46-yard line. Left hash. McCown, let her high snap. No pressure comes as he stands on his tippy toes. Now he's pressed out to his right side, throwing across the body. Comes near way. Caught by the near side receiver. It is DJ Allen coming off sick bay. Pushed out by Marcus Williams. Oh, they mark him. Or he stepped down at the, let's say he actually stepped out the 45. So really didn't gain much. The 44. He got 2 yards. Third down and 8 here at the Rice 44.
Advantage Rice Owls defense. Now, 9 times out of 10, 3rd and 8. Probably going to be a throw. This is an opportunity for an interception, quite possibly, but they also have to look out for the handoff to Henry.
Yeah, Rice's third down defense, bottom 5 in the country. They need to keep teams off the field. Here's the snap McCown, 3rd and 8 to 44. Hit hard as he throws out to the left, but it's caught for a first down to 31, and the UTSA receiver is wrestled down. Good job by Hardy. Lincoln Flying Tiger there, brought down by Levante Johnson after a 15-yard gain. The Owls cannot keep giving up those 3rd down and long.
They really can't, but they're playing that soft zone, so receivers are finding a nice little cushion route area to actually run.
The previous play is under further review for potential targeting.
Oh, boy. The targeting?
Well, now I'm wondering if that was on the hit to the quarterback. Wajuaku was the one that pressed McCown, or is there something on the tackle that we did not see?
I think that's probably the hit on McCown. So,
Jason Metko, did you see anything field level? Or okay, now we're actually seeing it. Get you in a second. Yeah, Chibi leading in his hands pushed away at the chest of McCown, but also at the same time his face mask kind of kissed up against the face mask of McCown. Jason, did you see anything different? Or
I saw the same thing, but something to keep in mind here, fellas. Last night, it was last night, North Texas taking on South Florida. There looked like there was a for sure targeting call going against South Florida, but they ruled that there was no targeting. So it's tough to try to figure out the definition of targeting these days, guys.
Looks like he tried to pull up just a little bit before he got to McCown, but sometimes that doesn't matter. Referees are going to go what they see in terms of helmet to helmet kind of hits.
You just don't know.
No.
You don't know what they're going to see in those booths a couple down.
You really don't.
So they are centering the review on Wajuaku. And it didn't help things. It was not a sell job by McCown, but he got hit hard by Wajuaku and pushed, but that was with his hands. There wasn't any in.
Wajuaku did pull up before he got there, and so maybe that'll count as something that was not intentional or targeting. Yeah, I don't think they're not going to, I don't believe they're going to call it targeting. I really don't, JP. But we'll see.
The booth initiated this review. Is not thrown by the field.
There's personal foul targeting defense, number 16. The 15-yard penalty will be added to the run, and number 16 is disqualified.
You sure don't.
So Wajuaku on an already depleted defensive line, he is out of the game. And I don't want to get self-righteous here because, and now we see the forcible contact to the head or neck area of a defenseless opponent. Any forcible hit by the helmet or crown, it did not seem like his crown hit McCown then.
Didn't seem that way. I thought he'd get the benefit of the call, but it's just very unfortunate that did happen.
And remember, going back before last season, the booth can initiate that. There doesn't have to be a flag thrown. And Wajuaku obviously upset as they're showing him on the field, on the sideline. And they're going to bring in Aquanis Clemens, out on the defense now. So they also try to regroup after the personal foul. It's down to the 15. A snap and a handoff around the left end, and Henry will scoot his way out of bounds, zipping near the 11 in front of Alway. He turned his way past Morris for 4 yards. So 2nd down and 6 for Rice at the, call that the 11.
Only makes sense. That's the way they would run, especially when you've got, a new substitute playing at that position, at the right defensive end position. That's what you're looking for.
And good to see Arroyo Morris back in the mix, also in that spot. Arroyo, older brother of Time, also a Decaney product. All right, 7-3, UTSA leads. 5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Snap, handoff right side. Henry trying to cut to the edge of the 10. Check that. That was 23 Henderson. And Henderson dies for that pylon. It gets knocked over, but not before he is stopped from getting into the end zone by Ty Morris and Aquanis Clemens. But they do pick up the first down to the 2, goal to go.
Henry's nifty. I mean, this guy really follows his blocks well, and he's so quick. And, of course, Henderson running the ball that time, number 23 Henderson. He's nifty as well, following his blocks.
Yeah, 9-yard run. Yeah, now Henry comes back in. UTSA folks were saying, now, Henry and Henderson, they look so much the same there. They are doppelgangers, except, of course, different numbers. Snap, McCown rolls off and tosses to the left. Easy pickings inside the pylon, and same song, different verse. McEwen gets that touchdown he could have had earlier. He sneaks in for a 2-yard reception in front of Levante Johnson. They went hunting for the redshirt freshman, and they got another touchdown. 13-3, UTSA.
UTSA has it going early. Run and the pass. And that call didn't help any, against the Rice Owls. It certainly did not help any.
2-yard touchdown pass for McEwen. He had one last week as Petro comes on for the PAT try. The deep snapper is Isaac Hatfield from Georgetown, Indiana. And the hold is Callie Hogan from Melbourne, Australia. Ozzy puts the hold down, and the PAT is up by Pestro. And it is good. And all Roadrunners early on, and we still got a lot of real estate in front of us in the first quarter. UTSA 14 and Rice 3. Got a break on the field. 4:14 to go on the Varsity Network app and the Owls Gameday app. UTSA 14, Rice 3. 4:14 to go. It's Rice football from Learfield.
Owl fans know where to stay when they come to Houston. The Courtyard by Marriott, Rice University, is their preferred choice. Whether cheering on the team or kicking off their Rice experience during O Week, just minutes from Rice Village and less than 2 miles to campus, we provide the right mix of convenience and accessibility. Coming in spring 2025, enjoy Michelin-starred dim sum excellence in our restaurant. Cheer for the Owls by raising a glass in the lounge and start the day right with breakfast in the bistro. Call 713-661-5669 to make a reservation, and be sure to ask for the Rice University rate. We look forward to welcoming you.
Big trip on the horizon? Before you depart, you gotta park. The parking spot is a simpler, easier way to navigate airport parking, and you can save when you book online. You're guaranteed a spot, and we even pick you up at your trunk in our yellow and black spotted shuttles and take you straight to the terminal. Parking and saving come full circle at The Parking Spot. The Parking Spot, proud sponsor of Rice University. Visit theparkingspot.com to reserve your spot today.
And, of course, UTSA has added 7 more to their total. 14-3 now. They lead the Rice Owls in the first quarter. 4:14 remaining on the strength of an 8-play, 75-yard drive. Took 3 minutes and 39 seconds. A 2-yard pass from McCown to McCune. And, of course, tell you what, JP, right now they've got it going. Talking about the Roadrunners, they've got it going in the air as well as on the ground. And eventually we expect the Rice Owls to catch up. Better catch up quick, sooner than later.
I'm in favor of sooner.
Yep.
14-3 early on. Rice Athletics has announced the launch of the South Main Fund, a new way for donors to directly support Rice student athletes, help ensure we continue to recruit, retain, and develop the best in the nation. The fund supports NIL opportunities and provides resources to keep our teams competitive. Give today at riceowlclub.com. Go Owls. First quarter stats, and we still got over 4 minutes to go. UTSA 120 total yards, Rice 57. And Roadrunners have had the football about 6 minutes, Rice about 5.
Well, now there's another drive for you, Rice Owls, and now you have an opportunity to try and take some time off the clock and put some points on the board.
Aaron Turner is back deep. Wish he could get a chance to display that speed.
Yeah.
He's back deep, stagger with Tyson Thompson. Reminder on the Owls YouTube page in the booth. Hi. On the Owls social media pages. The Varsity Network app as well. The Rice Owls Gameday app and riceowls.com. Just want better news to relay to you. At 4:14 to go in the first. This beginning of the game repeating a lot the way the others have. And I think those in the booth, a few on the field, up here in the press box, have seen all those games.
Yes.
So they're not related necessarily, but you get the same kind of vibes here in this Voodoo Palace as it's high over the head of Turner and out of bounds. And it will be Rice football coming from the 25-yard line, right to left.
Have to get aggressive, JP, and I think go at this defense. I think you still have yet to test this defense. And what you don't want to do as an offense today is become predictable. And that would hurt them more than anything. All of a sudden, UTSA is getting possession after possession, and they're putting points on the board. Have to be really careful about that.
Dylan Alexander starting this series in the backfield for the blue and gray. As Rice starts in the 25 slot left, and they have twins to the right. That's Samaj Pierre in the game. Snap. Design the option to the right side. That's him dump. And Jackson, check that. Jenkins trying to cut it back up the middle, and he is shoved back. And even the most generous spot, but once they get this spot right, he still loses 4 yards because Shad Banks was on him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's not going to help you much. You couldn't establish your blocks up front. No leverage for the Rice Owls offensive line whatsoever right now. That front seven is definitely taking advantage of Rice's offensive line.
Something Scott Ael said coming in this week at our presser, hey, it's the best front seven we've seen all season. All right, second now, they're behind the chains. They need 13, right to left. 2 receivers, right snap. Play action, Alexander Jenkins comes in, whips it hip high right side, caught at the 27. And Aaron Turner gets a few of those yards back in front of Jimmy Wyrick, the Stanford transfer. And, nope, they said incomplete. Said he was out of bounds, so Wyrick forcing that incompletion. And a 3rd down and 13 coming up from the 22.
Yeah, here you go again. Now you're in an obvious passing down. So you got to throw the ball. And middle of the field is probably not an option. Work the sidelines if you make something happen there.
Owls 1 out of 2 on 3rd downs. In the backfield, it is still Alexander. Twins right, snap. Run the option. Now the option pass for Jenkins. Now he decides to run it. Sheds 1 tackle of Blackshear and cuts it back up the middle. And got brought down just past the original line of scrimmage for a run of 4 yards there. Take your pick on that UTSA defense. Wilkerson helping out.
And you can see right now Chase Jenkins having a little bit of a problem getting up because of the lick that he took. He was trying to make a cut, JP, and here comes a defender right at his chest. And not quite sure what the situation is down there.
And a down Owl on the field.
That's Chase.
It is Chase Jenkins, the Owls starting quarterback. As Marcellus Wilkerson came in, the Fort Worth native, making his 10th tackle of the season, and Jenkins seems to be favoring that left ankle. Trainer Deanna Dehaney working on that. Hate to see that for Chase, as that drastically would change the scope of this game. Already down an 11-point hole early here. UTSA 14, Rice 3 at the 3:19 mark. Rice about to punt it away.
Well, Chase is your guy who he runs in that offense, okay? And you've got to have some nifty running in the offense. He's up now, but you definitely want him on the field.
He missed one drive earlier this year, a few games ago against Charlotte. Remember when he got hit out of bounds? Jason Metko obviously looks like he's walking towards you. What do you see now?
He is not putting any pressure on that left leg. In fact, he's holding it up as the trainers are helping him off, just putting all the weight he can on his right leg and then the weight of the trainers.
Yeah, they're not bent the right way, and that was one of those outward sprains, it looked like.
Well, based on the video that we just saw, it looked as though he tried to make a cut, and I'm not sure if he lost his footing there and foot slipped from underneath him, but it wasn't on the tackle.
All right, Sean Bacchetta coming back to punt now. Excuse me, Alex Bacchetta coming on to punt for the Owls. Penn State transfer, and lay a game against Rice.
False start.
Nope, false start.
Kicking team number 0. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
They called it on Alway, but he's not. No, he is out there. Actually gets that penalty. Owls have to change the momentum. The energy's not in here. It's usually more raucous, but Owls have to find a way to get something going here. It's going from bad to worse. 4th and 14 to 21, down 14-3. Back to Alex Bacchetta, almost blocked. Someone might have gotten a tip on it as it spins down at the 40. Takes a turn down the left hash and got some good extra roll at the 20. So it was not deflected, actually, but 59 yards is 59 yards. However you slice it, however you dice it, Alex Bacchetta matching his season long on the season there.
Well, Bacchetta did a phenomenal job just staying out of the way of the defender that was coming to block the punt. So for him to get it off, and if you kick the 59 yards, JP, that was definitely an accomplishment on that play.
Saw his dad, Jim, on the elevator. They have the fastest elevators that close in America here at the Marriott.
Wow.
And his dad, Jim, I saw him before the game. It was a really quick conversation, but last time we saw each other was on the treadmill in Charlotte. But Alex having a great season, but you don't want him to be the highlight of the first quarter. Snap, bootleg to the left side for the left-handed quarterback McCown. He's chased over there by Mutombo, and Alway gives him a little Olay love tap out of bounds. The drive started there back at the 18. I think he got past the 20. Yeah, it was on the 20, actually. So the rightful chain marker guy just bailed out of the way with McCown rumbling towards him.
Well, for a team that normally wants to run, JP, looks like they're trying to throw on first down. You know what that tells you.
14-3. UTSA leading Rice at the 2:20 mark. Snap, quick toss to the right side, caught by McCune, turns into the numbers, shakes the tackle up to the 40, the 50, down the sideline, the 40. Kane chasing him down all the way at the 25-yard line. Good to have you back, Jack, but just not in that case as the Owls get beat deep again here in the secondary. We haven't seen this in any other game this year as a 55-yard toss as Crump got beat on that play.
Yeah, that's what you call yards after catch on a little route out to the flat, and all of a sudden you hit it, you make a guy miss, and if you got a little speed, you're off to the races down the sideline, near side here. It's unfortunate. Rice Owls, 50-plus yards later, they're looking at another situation here.
Yeah, now 52 as they mark it back to the 28, not at the 25. All right, Owls have to regroup. Hurley, snap. Play fake Henderson, toss it out right side. Here is the receiver Allen racing his way down the right sideline. He got 9 yards down to the 20 as Crump there to force him out after a 9-yard gain. 2nd down and 1 at the Rice 20.
Missed tackles right now, JP. That's what it's all about. And, of course, they're giving those receivers a lot of cushion. And for good reason. I mean, they're seeing them complete passes and get big yards behind them. And if you take a look at the yards in the air, that tells you everything you need to know.
Henderson back in there as the back. Officially say he stepped out shy of the 20, so a 2nd and 2 play coming up. McCown in the pistol in front of Henderson. Redshirt freshman, former Gilmer Buckeye. Snap, play action to him. McCown rolling out to the left side, throws deep. Left side, caught for the touchdown by A.J. Wilson. the UTSA receivers having their pick of the litter. McCown on fire early as they slip behind Williams, and UTSA rolling 20-3.
Man, they are running play action, and they are really, really running play action. And the play action is really fooling the Rice Owls secondary. It really is. I mean, they're doing a phenomenal job of disguising what they're doing in the play action and the routes that they're running. They're running away from the Rice Owls defenders, and that's making it even tougher. That's what you call unpredictable stuff. You didn't expect that today. You expected the run today, and today you're getting the pass.
Yeah, the PAT is up and good. The third PAT of this opening quarter by Petro. Tired of saying his name already. We'll keep it here with 54 seconds left in the opening stanza.
Defense, number 75, penalties declined. The try's good.
All right, so we're going to, no, they declined that. They will say the kick is still good. 21-3, UTSA. Let's go down to the sideline. A quick update on Chase Jenkins from Jason Metko.
JP, they have confirmed it is a left ankle that they are looking at with Chase Jenkins.
Okay, so most likely, see Drew DeVilliers coming up now for the Fighting Rice Owls. We've seen him in limited doses, playing time against Prairie View A&M. He had that touchdown pass to Tyson Thompson, and at Charlotte came in the 11-yard completion. So this will no doubt be the most extended PT for DeVilliers since at UConn last year. Four-play drive, 80 yards.
Yep.
1 minute and 56 seconds. How much does DeVilliers change the scope of the Rice offense here?
Well, I think, look, you know that he's probably going to be throwing the football. He's a bigger quarterback. How much you run him, I don't think you run him as much as you run Chase Jenkins. But now it's a sleight of hand. Does he have the same kind of ability to show you sleight of hand and out offense that Chase Jenkins does? Look for more in the way of a passing game. It's a 20-yard touchdown pass for the UTSA Roadrunners.
Turner fumbles the line drive kick return at the 4, up to the 10, right to 20, makes something out of nothing, the 25. And he was dragged down by the thigh by the special teams return member. And Turner upset with himself in a 26-yard return. And looks like Darian White on that special teams unit for UTSA.
He lost about 2 seconds, JP, on the return. So the holes that you
guys,
might
it's
have
Creighton
had,
coming in.
Of course, you don't have.
All right, here's the second action of the season for Patrick Creighton Jr. He has moved up the depth chart, and he is now in the game. So welcome under the lights here in the Alamo City. The true freshman from Louisville. Of course, his dad, Patrick Creighton, a longtime NFL player as well. Snap, a fake. Creighton keeps it around the left end, and he runs up to the 29-yard line. He's hauled down for a gain of 3 around that left side. Second down and 7 as Jimmy Wyrick got him. Now, same question I posed to you, as it's not DeVilliers. Creighton more similar to what Chase Jenkins, and Creighton had an amazing summer camp.
He's going to run the ball. That's what it is. They want to stick with the game plan of running the football. Don't want to get into, a tit for tat in the air against UTSA. They're going to run it.
21-3, all UTSA. Last play of the first quarter coming up. Shotgun snap, Creighton. Play action left side. Throws on the run right side. And he got hit as he threw it and planted down. I don't think that was deflected. He just got hit in the ribs there as he tried to toss it towards the right hash. And there's Marcellus Wilkerson again causing havoc. And clock stopped at 8 seconds to go. So Rice will have to snap it at least once more. Third down and 8 from the 29.
Now here's the thing. Creighton is going to have to get accustomed to the speed of the game very, very quickly because it's moving a lot faster out there. Number one.
Probably pay you the medium-sized buck, Nate. That is a great observation because this is different than playing under the bubble there in summer practice. All right. 21-3, UTSA lead. Shotgun snap, Creighton, no time to throw it here. He got slammed down back at the 20-yard line. Kendrick Blackshire, the Duncanville and Alabama guy, in the sack. And the big exclamation point for UTSA as the first quarter comes closing to a thud. UTSA 21, Rice 3 on that 7-yard sack, and Rice will punt it to start the second quarter. We come back on the Varsity Network app and the Owls Gameday app. It's Rice football from Learfield.
A breast cancer diagnosis can turn your world upside down. But your Houston Methodist team assures you they'll use the latest cancer research and technologies, collaborating to treat and remove the tumor and reconstruct your breasts, restoring symmetry, sensation, and your sense of self. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACTA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
UTSA with a commanding 21-3 lead on Rice. Not good news from the sidelines, gentlemen. Chase Jenkins, starting quarterback this evening. He has been taken to the locker room as they are further reevaluating that left ankle, JP.
Thank you, Jason. Hate that news. We'll see more of Patrick Creighton Jr. the rest of this game. UTSA 21 and Rice 3. Looking at some numbers, UTSA 200 yards of total offense, 170 of that in the air. They've got 9 first downs. Rice just 2 first downs. Rice just, the total yardage, they just have 53 total yards, only 3 yards per play for Rice. And total possession kind of even for the two. But UTSA, here are the big plays, Nate. They had the 57-yard pass on the opening drive.
Yep.
Wajuaku, in my opinion, bogusly ejected on a targeting. That was a big play of their next scoring drive, a short touchdown pass. And then McCown raced down the field. They had, another 50-something yard play in that one, too. So it's been the big plays each of the drive, and Rice has had some missed tackles and blown coverages.
And Scott Ael talked about that. Eliminate the big plays. That's what has gotten them in position to score easily both times. Now, if that call had been made against Wajuaku in Houston, I don't think he would have been tossed out of the game. But here, you got home field advantage, so you're going to get that call here. But they're also trying to protect the players as much as they can. Bottom line is, Rice Owls is going to have to find something that's going to work for them. They cannot be predictable, JP. And so far, they have been quite predictable. That's a problem.
You're totally right. And I understand we haven't seen the targeting this season. I was thinking that halfway through. That's what I do for fun in my spare time. I think about these types of things on the broadcast, what we said, what we haven't said.
Then you'll call me.
But it just pops up, and you don't know what they're looking at because the officials that are paid to officiate the game, they didn't see anything. We didn't see anything, but some person down here, I don't know. I'm going to get off my high horse here, but I just don't understand what they could be looking at. But we see it at the NFL level, too. We don't know the rule.
They saw a helmet touch a helmet. That's what they saw.
Gosh forbid.
They saw the helmet touch the helmet as Chase Jenkins is being taken off the field. As, you saw the helmet touching the helmet, and that's what, the call.
Alex McKenna will punt on this first play. Had a 59-yarder as last time. A high arcing punt to the returner, Bro. 5'7" jitterbug from Clear Springs in Houston. To his left and out of bounds here near sideline. They mark it out of bounds at the 30. And Owen McCown, the 41-yard McKenna punt. And they will take it from the 30 right to left for the UTSA Roadrunners.
Just so you know, folks.
Yes.
A lot of the players on this UTSA squad are from North Shore. So a lot of them know John Kay, the former former head coach from North Shore, who won 4 state championships.
All right to left. Here's McCown. That first quarter, 9 of 11 for $170. Here's the snap, play action, and a pressure from Morris coming to the near side. McCown dumps it off to his tight end, Thomas, complete. Made something out of nothing. Got 2 or 3 yards up this near side. Yeah, gave him 2. Second down and 8 at the 32. Good pressure from Ty Morris. He just couldn't hold on for that sack.
I'll tell you what, McCown is very athletic. You saw him get out of the way, and quarterbacks work on getting out of the way of oncoming defenders all the time. But McCown he's really got quick feet.
Yeah, and that's what Scott Ael said during the week. He's talented. He understands their system. His feet are what people don't talk about enough, and he poses a lot of problems. Second and 8, the 30 2-yard line, back to pass the lefty, tapped as he throws right side, complete at the 36-yard line. That goes to Hardy, right side, shy of the chains. He got about 5 in front of Kerry Crump there. Setting up a modest 3rd down and 3, right hash.
You want to get back on your high horse. There should have been a holding call just a moment ago on the offensive line. I won't say what number.
We would never out anybody like that. Third corner, Jarek Harper in there for the Owls. They play the nickel on 3rd and 3. Here's the snap. Motion man tied in Thomas. Snap. Roll to the left side. And throwing back across the body, deep down the left side. Too tall, incomplete at the 30 on the near sideline. Trying to get it to Amador. Jack Kane there racing back in coverage. As of now, it looks like they have forced a UTSA punt. 4th down and 3, the 37.
That's a heck of a defensive play there. Good job by the Rice Owls defense to get some pressure on McCown. He was not able to stop and plant his feet and square up, throw the ball. Wasn't able to do that. He's trying to throw on the run. He's a left-handed quarterback trying to throw back the other way. So did not work out for him.
But he's been good on the run.
He really has.
Here today. All right, Thompson back to return this punt. I don't know if we get to say Cale Morgan's name. From a punting standpoint, he kicks a wobbler down to Thompson at the 17 left hash, and he absorbs that between the ones on his jersey. The 45-yard line drive kick from the Aussie. It's a 47-yard average on the season. We have an update on Rice quarterback Chase Jenkins. Jason Metko, give us at least some kind of good news.
I do have good news. You rarely see or hear about this on the audio stream broadcast, but Chase Jenkins has returned to the sidelines. They have rolled up his pant leg around his left ankle, and he is now being reevaluated for a 3rd time in the medical tent.
Did they retape his ankle?
There is no tape on it right now. We'll see what it looks like when he comes out.
Okay. All right, good reporting there, Jason. Hardiman starting this drive right behind Patrick Creighton Jr. Directing the Owls offense. A snap, a hand to, speaking of North Shore, Hardiman falls backwards past the line of scrimmage to around the 19-yard line, as Damian Buxton from New Orleans tackled him for a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9 to 19.
His sister is the photographer for the Rice Owls football team.
This was news to Nate before the game.
Well, you know, I had to put 2 and 2 together, and that's hard for me to do. Not good with math at all.
News travels slow to the TV folks. Yeah, Kirsten, a great social media video person for Rice. She's been here a few years. Remember meeting her first day here. Quite the nice young lady. Here's snap. Creighton batted down right back in his face, the line of scrimmage. And you could tell that it was UTSA's John Jones from McKinney, Northern Arizona transfer. 3rd down and 9 at the Rice 19.
Quite sure that Mr. Creighton has seen quite a bit of football, but I will also tell you that he is still adjusting, and it's going to take some time and some snaps.
Yeah, nothing like the live action. 3rd and 9 to 19. UTSA 21, Rice 3, 2 minutes into the second. Rice only 1 of 4 on 3rd downs. They go 4 wide. Here's the snap. Pocket pass up here to Pierre, running around the right in the 15, diagonal up to the 20. Got thrusted out of bounds into a big sea of blue. And Pierre comes up with some help from his Rice teammates out of bounds, but still only got a yard or 2 as Chad Banks was there on the tackle. 4th down, the Owls will punt yet again.
This is the one thing we said we did not want to see, JP, a series of 3 and outs. You can't stand that, especially when UTSA is scoring. And twice they have scored at will. So really, Rice Owls is going to have to get a drive going eventually.
And I promised I would say this to his face. I know Alex Paquetta decently. We don't want to be saying his name so much.
No, we really don't.
2 punts and a 54-yard average, and he kicks this one high up past midfield. It takes a big bounce, and then UTSA, the backspin, coming back, amazing, back into Rice territory. Rice's Marcus Williams had to go flag it down at the 42. It turns out after a 22-yard punt, it could have been 45 or so, but that was the biggest backspin bounce as it hit around the 42 and went back to the other 42.
Yeah, you don't want to see that. You really don't want to see that. And I tell you what, that puts your team in position to actually have a one-play drive, JP. And the one-play drive I'm talking about is a pass to the end zone. That's what you don't want to see.
Yeah, UTSA does not need help on its field position as they start this in Rice territory at the plus 42. UTSA 21, Rice 3, 12:29 to go in this second. The Varsity Network App, the Owls Gameday App, it's Rice football from Learfield.
I'm Chris Shapa, owner of Shoppers. For 42 years, our family has been providing you the best John Deere products and services in the industry. One of the things I'm most proud of is when you come to Shoppers, you are buying more than a piece of equipment. It's a commitment from our Shoppers family to yours to support you after the sale and be there when you need us. So the next time you're in the market for a John Deere tractor, a gator, or a mower, come see us at Shoppers and experience what we call the Shoppers difference.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
I think Henry's probably one of the top running backs in the country, bar none. I think he can play at any level. Great balance, tremendous speed, good in the pass protection. So I think he checks all the boxes. I think he's a legitimate NFL prospect, and we got our work cut out for us, playing a back like him.
Rice Owls defensive coordinator John Kay, and of course he always has something to say.
Yeah, talking about Robert Henry there.
Talking about Robert Henry. Owls fans, we want you out at the next home game. It's against UConn, October 25th. Kick time will be announced Monday. Tickets start as low as $22, only $22. Call 713-348-OWLS or go to riceowls.com. Make sure you come early to cheer on the blue and gray as they make their owl walk about 2 hours and 15 minutes before kickoff. JP and I will be out there, as we always are.
That's fun.
And stay, it is fun, isn't it? And stay for the pregame concert. Get your tickets for the Owls and Huskies, Rice and UConn, October 22nd, 713-348-OWLS and riceowls.com.
All right, back to action now. 21-3. UTSA the lead over Rice. 12:29 to go, and UTSA has its best starting field position. The Owls 41. A snap and a handoff to Henry, and he has stood up and thrusted back. A good sign for Rice as Henry stood up by Stevenson. And a wall of the Owls defenders, a loss of 2 yards. Helping out Aquinas Clemens. Second down and 12 at the Rice 43.
We need about 3 more of those right quick. Get them off the field. Because what you don't want to do is go into the middle 8 and have to worry about those guys. 4 minutes left. You want to try to put yourself in position to score.
Inside the 12-minute mark of the second quarter. McCown has twins to the left, one slot right. Snap, look right, coming back to the left. Under the Roadrunner logo, lots of time as he rolls, and he throws back across the body, caught by Allen again. He races away, middle of the field, 25, broke another tackle, cuts right to 10-5. Sheds the arm tackle attempt from Hook to get in for 43 yards. From bad to worse, as UTSA rolling. Jack Conne got beat here near way, and UTSA having a field day. McCown onto a career-high pace.
Is that 3 touchdowns on the day for him?
Yes, sir.
He's having one heck of a game, and I tell you what, he kept his eyes up even in duress. During duress, he kept his eyes up and found a receiver. And, I can already hear what Scott Ael is going to say. We have to tackle better. Because you can't just try to hit a player and expect him to go down. You got to tackle him. 43-yard touchdown pass, and yet, Nate, all 3 of those touchdown passes as the 4th PAT by Petro of the game is up and good. McCown, 4:14 of the first, 54 seconds of the first, near 11:40 of the second. They've all come in the last 7-8 minutes of regulation. Timeout on the field. Other than that, how was the play, Mrs. Lincoln? UTSA 28, Rice 3, 11:40 of the second quarter. It's Rice football from Learfield.
Porsche is proud to partner with Rice University, celebrating a shared commitment to excellence and innovation. As part of this exclusive partnership, Rice students, alumni, and staff are eligible for special incentives on new Porsche models, including the all-electric 2025 Macan. Plus, enjoy 3 years of complimentary maintenance with the purchase of any new vehicle. Visit today and show your Rice ID to take advantage. This offer is just for the Rice community.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Folks, I hate to say it, but this was getting out of hand. UTSA just put 7 more on the board. They now lead the Rice Owls 28-3 with 11:39 remaining in the game. 2 plays, 43 yards, 50 seconds. It was a 43-yard pass from McCown to DJ Allen. And right now, they are rolling. So many things the Rice Owls need to do. First of all, find some offense. But number 2, they have to tackle, JP.
Jason, do you have any good news down on the sideline?
I do a little bit of good news. Chase Jenkins is out of the tent. He has now had tape administered to his left ankle as the fans are going crazy because we have a Whataburger race contest going on. That's why it's a little loud down here. Jenkins does have tape on his left ankle. He is seated down behind the tent with his mom, but has a towel over his head. That would indicate to me that he is not going to come back and play in this game. And really, I don't know at this point why you would have him come back because it is getting late early, JP.
Yes. And UTSA, Jenkins not being out is not the reason for any of this. It's been a combination. It's not even one area. It's just everything has come together. There's been a bad targeting call, big plays against the secondary. I think that would have most of the blame, if that's even the right term, but repeating the long list of the last few visits here, this might be the worst one yet. Is this a high kick over the head of Turner and out of bounds to the back right corner of the end zone and another touchback? Is that accurate?
First of all, UTSA, you're absolutely right. Okay. First of all, UTSA took a different approach to this game. They said we don't have to run. We're going to pick on the secondary. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're picking on the Rice secondary, which you and I talked about that because that's a blueprint. What they saw last week, what they saw from FAU last week is a blueprint. And they use that blueprint today. Hey, look, very good football team here at UTSA. And today they just found a rhythm.
Drew DeVilliers in a quarterback now for the Owls. So it's 11:40 of the second quarter, and Rice is already seeing its third quarterback. UTSA leads 28-3. Handoff Jackson coming to the right end, and he tried to cut it back up the middle, and he is brought down for a loss. 3 yards. Jamian Buxton from Easton High School in New Orleans had a couple tackles last week and gets a TFL here, second down and long for Rice.
Here's the thing. You can't change your stripes or whatever it is you do, right? You're going to continue to do what you do. But you got to find another way to get it done.
DeVilliers takes the snap, fumbles it, goes to pick it up, and he is pushed back and slammed by Ty Leonard. Speaking of North Shore products, they've been all over the field in this game for the guys in blue. And that's a loss back to the 15-yard line.
And by the way,
7-yard loss.
That's the second bad snap. That's consecutive bad snaps between center and quarterback. Center-quarterback exchange. It has been bad both times. So they're going to have to find a way to settle down a little bit and start running that offense.
All UTSA 28-3, 10:30 of this second quarter. DeVilliers shotgun, takes the snap, play action. Looking right side, checking it down here, caught by Turner, the backfield, cuts it in the 15, back across the grain, breaking a couple more tackles and surging forward the middle of the field. He said he stopped at the 21-yard line, 6 yards on that play. Demarius Lewis, New Mexico Lobo transfer from Summit, Massachusetts. 4th down and 14, the Owls will punt.
Yeah, and they should. And hopefully this time a better kick would certainly help the Owls and allow the defense to play a little bit better defense than what we've seen. But again, they've got to figure out what they want to do on defense as well.
Remember the last time McKenna punted, it was 22 yards on some weird flopping action. Here's a very high kick, sending Bro back to the 15-yard line, middle of the field, runs by Freeman and cuts against the grain, the 30. Owls might have outrun their coverage, the 50. Marcus Williams slows him down, then a heap of Owls come up to combine on the tackle to 45. First down for the UTSA Roadrunners, their second straight drive starting in Rice territory.
Well, again, what we don't want to see now are, a plethora of two-play drives, because the last touchdown drive was a two-play drive. And when you've got the running game going as well as the passing game going, everything can turn into a two-play drive. A run and then a pass over the top.
Is that out kicking the coverage? 64-yard career-high kick from McKenna, but a 41-yard return, a career-high by Bro. All right, McCown putting his receiver Amador in motion, a snap and a hand to Henry. Comes to the wide side of the field. Henry breaks it around that left edge and surges in between the numbers and the hashes down to the Rice 37 as Jack Kane, the Oregon State transfer, playing for the first time after he missed the Navy and FAU and Charlotte game. He last played at Charlotte. As Darnell Jones,
officials timeout
a little bit, and he went down to the turf after that 8-yard carry by Henry. Jones is down on the turf.
Wow.
Hope he is okay. 28-3, all UTSA, 9-10 of this second quarter of play.
That kid Henry's just Mississippi strong. He's from outside of Hattiesburg, and Lumberton is considered what you call country. And I can say that because I'm from that area. Those guys in Lumberton, they eat nails for breakfast.
Don't mess around.
I'm just telling you. No. That's what you're seeing on the field with Henry. He's carrying 2 and 3 defenders on his back every time he runs the ball.
There's a timeout on the field, too. We'll break it as well. 9-10 of this second quarter. All Roadrunners, UTSA 28-3. It's Rice football from Learfield.
Every great team has a game plan. What's your game plan for retirement? Join us in person for a 2-night comprehensive retirement planning university course. It's interactive, instructor-led, and covers what you need to know when it comes to retirement planning, taxes, income strategies, common mistakes, and more. If retirement is the next play for you, this class sets the formation. Reserve your seat at retirementplanninguniversity.com. That's retirementplanninguniversity.com. Retirement Planning University is a nonprofit and not an accredited university. See website for disclosures. Go Owls!
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
$9:10 to go, first half. UTSA 28, Rice 3. Jason Metko's voice sounding like a piñata. They just had the piñata, I guess, I wouldn't say competition. It was one person doing it. Andrew Alway does not care for the piñata, and neither do I. Update on Chase Jenkins. He has just stepped out of the tent. He has a walking boot on his left leg, gentlemen.
Yeah, that leads you to think, like we had thought before, he would not be coming back in this game. Total offense, UTSA 256 and Rice 51. And they have a second straight drive where they start in Rice plus territory, and they got the 8-yard rush, and then Darnell Jones got helped off. Big fella, 6'4", all of 340 from Baltimore. Hopefully he'll be okay in the long run. But Corey Godinet, Trinity Valley Community College Cardinal up there in the big city of Athens off 175. He comes in now.
Well, I'll tell you what, again, Rice Owls is going to have to find some rhythm somewhere. They need a play. Make a play so that you can feel better about what it is you're trying to get done. Because right now, 9-10 remaining in the second quarter, JP, a whole lot can happen with that much time left on the clock in the second quarter, unless your team can turn it around.
UTSA 28 and Rice 3. Roadrunners with it. An 8-yard run by Henry. So far, nation's third leading rusher, 6 carries, 27 yards. He does have that touchdown, but McCown has completed passes to 7 different receivers for 220 yards. Whew. Al's a game plan for Henry, but it's been the McCown show. Daddy Josh proud, no doubt. Here's the snap, Twins right side, a neck and screen right side, caught by Amador, 35. Down the field, the first down to the 30. He was rammed out of bounds by the Owls corner, Kerry Crump, after a gain of 6 down the right sideline. First and 10 of the Rice 31.
See, the one thing that San Antonio has done, UTSA has done today, they've opened or found a way to get the ball to receivers in an open area. And that's causing a big problem for defenders out there when they're playing either zone or man. Doesn't matter.
Their 11th first down. They lead 28-3. 8:33 to go in this second. Ooh. Snap in a quiet Alamo Dome. Fake it right. Come back left. They tried a little tunnel screen. The Owls were all over. Their best defensive play so far as they shoved back Mr. Devin McCune. And a penalty comes in.
Offside. Defense.
Yep.
Number 29. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Not sure how a safety gets. I said 29.
Well, he was definitely offside.
He was, okay.
Yeah, he was definitely offside. So he was up.
Yeah, it was 26 on Iano. That makes more sense. He's a defensive end. It was not Hook, the safety. Stands a little reason, but still no penalties called on UTSA yet. They are allowed to throw them, I think. All right, 28-3. Here's the snap. He buries it down to the turf after a screen developed to the right side. And it's a 1st and 5 play, turns to a 2nd and 5 play at the 26-yard line as Henry was over there in that zip code.
Well, he might have been over in the zip code, but he was still in the tackle box, which is kind of interesting to me that there was no flag thrown for intentional grounding.
And just outside of it. 2nd down and 5 at the 26 right hash. Tight end right, Dan Dishman from Seabrook. They're near Houston, 8:09, second quarter. All Roadrunners from the jump, 28-3. Pistol set. McCown twins to the left. Slot is McCune. Snap was a high one. Hand and reacceleration to Mr. Henry as he gallops forward and picks up enough to get the first down. Such a unique running style, or maybe he's just shy.
Stop for a helmet off from the offense.
He had to get to the 21. Blake Banish was there to gobble him up. But was it a 3-yard gain or a 4-yard gain? It looks like more the former. And they're at the 22, 3rd and short.
I can think of a few runners that he reminds me of, none of which you would know. But this guy is really, really good at what he does. He has a low center of gravity. Tush push here.
And they bring in the backup tight end, Overmeyer, that tush push, high school quarterback at Kingwood Park. He takes that snap and moves forward and gets a couple of yards. Yeah, your boy Jalen Hurts and the Eagles making that famous.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
A flag comes in. Another 2 or 3 flags come raining in. And they're looking at the Rice secondary.
And the question is, what is the call
here? There weren't any UTSA players near there, but Crump is getting escorted off to the far sideline. I think he still got the first down, but I think it's going to be some extra to boot here.
Well, when you're losing like you're losing right now, you're getting beaten on every play.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Rice, number 12, he's been ejected from the ballgame. The penalty is half the distance to the goal, and it's first down, UTSA.
Oh no.
That's
they
not
make
good.
Contact with an official.
That is not good.
Yeah, we got to look on the replay. And the umpire, Joseph Panucci there, got shoved by Crump. I think I see you down there somewhere near Metko. Was that near you, Jason, or what did you see?
Well, I saw the end of it, and Scott Ael just came over and talked with Crump and tried to give him a word of comfort and encouragement. But as you've heard, Crump has been ejected from the contest.
Thank you, Jason. Second Owl that's been ejected in this first half. A snap hand to Henry, nothing in the middle, bounces it out to the right, turns by Elroy Morris and Davion Hook, and they still collaborate to make the tackle at the 7. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
That's
definitely for a Rice game.
Well, saw it in a high school game here a few days ago, but
really
in this particular game, that you got to be careful. And Crump just hurt the team because when that happens, now he's gone. Now you have his replacement in there.
Yeah, the corners were already struggling. All right, second down and goal here for UTSA. As McCown, a quiet Alamo Dome, takes the snap, hand to Henry, bounces right side, turning around the corner. Flag comes in as he will turn it down the sideline for a touchdown, but the unicorn of all, a hold against UTSA comes as Ty Morris got held there on this near side.
Offense, number 57, 10-yard penalty, replay second down.
And the fans are about as stunned as I am, Nate Griffin.
Well, they're stunned because no call has been made before now.
Yeah.
That's why they're stunned. I mean, I've seen a couple of calls that should have been made, but we're not going to argue about that. The Rice Owls are losing the game. So they've got to run, or they've got to try to score some points, and then maybe you'll see some leniency. But right now, it's all about what UTSA is doing offensively.
Yeah, the first penalty of the game against UTSA has been Rios, the center. He could have taken his pick. A couple holds on that play, perhaps. 28-3, UTSA. 6:26 of this second stanza. McCown standing tall in that shotgun. Houston Thomas, College Station, tied into the left. Twins left to him. One of those receivers, Amador. High shotgun snap. McCown standing tall, rotating back to the right. And Hook comes down to wrestle him down and sack him. Davion Hook, his fourth tackle of the season. He's been out for a few weeks. He's missed the last 5 games, and Al's best defensive play back to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, Davion Hook from Cibolo Steel. They really have to be careful, do the Rice Owls defenders, because right now the refs are looking for things to call. So you have to be really careful out there. You're losing. You're down 28-3. This is no time for that. Just make the play, get back up, get to your side of the ball.
Yeah, another good point by you, no surprise. They're extra sensitive on that 9-yard loss. It's 3rd down and goal at the 29-yard line. Snap McCown trying to give it on a draw here to Henry, and he's wrestled down on that right side by Anianwu down to the 28. Got a yard gain. So the rare 4th and goal at the 28. And they will try to kick the field goal, 45 yards. I was kind of waiting for the even more rare punt on a goal-to-go situation, which you really don't see, but...
Yeah, have to be a coffin corner.
Yeah, obviously they're going to kick it here. It'll be a 46-yard attempt here for Petra, as long as 40 on the year. He's 4 of 5 on his field goals. They haven't needed him so much.
You realize the elevation that a kicker would have to get on the ball to get it in the coffin corner?
A lot. Here's the snap. Hold right side. The kick is up. End zone to our left. It is through the pipes. A season long by Michael Petro. And that piles on as UTSA leads 31-3 at the 4:57 mark of this second quarter of play.
That's amazing. When it's working for you, everything works. And that's just unfortunate. Rice practices too. And they got ready for UTSA. I'm certain that they didn't plan to play as poorly as they're playing right now, but they're going to have to find another gear when they go in the locker room. And maybe they can put some points on the board to make this thing a little bit more competitive than what it is right now.
The problem is, among others, you say, they've got to sustain something. Yeah. On the offensive side, UTSA has the big plays mixed in there. Yep. The calls are going their way. And we're saying Alex Paquetta's name too often. They're just not moving the chains too much. And you're playing 3 different quarterbacks in the first half.
Yeah, no continuity at all on offense, and that's just unfortunate. And you're also losing your key players.
It was a 9-play drive. It was only 17 yards, and it took 4 minutes and 33 seconds to get those 17 yards. As the kick is here, the end zone to our left, right side, as the knee is put down by Turner. We realize we root so hard for these guys. It's really tough to describe something like this, but the facts are the facts. UTSA is the better team in this first half.
Today they are, yeah. Rice seems to be playing with one hand tied behind its back. I mean, you got to be able to get the ball downfield, and we've not really seen any shots downfield. That's part of the problem. You can play your front 7 up close and just send them.
9-play, 17-yard drive. Amazing. 4:33 on that 45-yard season-long field goal for Petra. De Villiers, the back, hands to Alexander. Gallops his way right side, 30, 35, up the middle of the 40. Dalen Alexander dashes his way up to the 41-yard line. He was hauled down there by Davin Martin. Among others, they give him the 46-yard line.
Should be running the play right now.
51 yards of total offense before that 21-yard Alexander gain. All right, right hash, snap to Villiers, play action. Half roll to the right side, double pump, comes over to the near side and knocked incomplete at the 48. Dickman had it but then it was jostled away by Elijah Newell. He was in on that last play as well. 2nd and 10, Rice. It's 46.
Should be running the play right now. You can't give that defense a chance to settle in, to come and tee off.
4:24 to go, second quarter. All Roadrunners. UTSA leading Rice 31-3. DeVilliers hands in front. Alexander the back behind him. Dickman in motion. Snap. Play action. DeVilliers. Little short pass to the left. Caught by Dickman, and he's chopped down right at the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard on the play. K.K. Meyer from Friendship High School out in the Panhandle in Nevada. 3rd down and 10, the 46.
The objective of this offense, especially on the short passes, is to turn the short pass into a long run. That's the whole objective. Rice Owls can't get that done because they can't get outside. And, of course, they're setting the edge is UTSA. That's causing a big problem.
Owls only 1 out of 6 on 3rd downs. Pressure coming up the middle and from the edge forces DeVilliers to roll to the right side. It's tossed here to the 50 and complete to Dickman. Flag on the play. It'd be a 4-yard gain as it stands.
Offside. Defense, number 34. 5-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
Well, I said replay it?
Yep.
5 yards.
Yeah, okay.
That's
It's
a
5 yards.
penalty.
Okay.
Rice has elected to start the clock on the snap.
Okay, so it should be a 3rd down and 3rd down and 5 inside UTSA territory now. The 49. Has Rice been in UTSA territory yet? Or is this the first snap coming up? We'll research this. The first snap in UTSA territory.
Okay, so I'll tell you this. Samaj Pierre was wide open on that play on a seam route.
This way?
Right. Well, actually, seam route.
Okay.
He had his man. He just didn't have enough time. DeVilliers just didn't have enough time to see him and get the ball off, because what we would call kind of, you're giving away what you're doing early in the play, and DeVilliers did that, and so he couldn't see Samaj Pierre being wide open, and that's really, really unfortunate. We call that telegraphing the play. So basically, telegraphing the play led to not being able to get maybe a possible big gain within this last series of plays.
So first mistake since the 2016 season, that 3rd down play, remember, against UTSA. I messed up that time. Rice had that 36-yard field goal from Goda, but it's their first snap in UTSA territory since the midway part of the first quarter. All right, snap to DeVilliers after the timeout. Hums it left wide of the tight end Barnett. He was covered by in the vicinity of 3 different UTSA Roadrunners, so not sure if that was a busted play, but Don Munnerlin, Toledo transfer over there, but Al's hand forced you. They have to go for it. 4th down and 5 at the UTSA 49.
You got to do something they're not expecting you to do. Test that defense. Now, the defense is going to come. They're going to bring pressure, but you got to hang in there.
First 4th down conversion attempt of the game, either team. Snap, play action pitch right side. Kamba Alexander dodges some tacklers and races it down into UTSA territory. Something out of nothing, but still Newell there to stop him. 1.5 yards shy of the sticks.
Runner short
and UTSA will take over. This seems to be Dalen Alexander's game too, as we haven't seen Quentin Jackson since UTSA raced out to this big lead. 3:31 to go, second quarter. UTSA the ball back, and they lead Rice 31-3.
You're trying to find something to give you a little bit of a confidence, and there's nothing to give you an edge. Nothing going on here to give you an edge. You got to find it. And maybe it's just a change in plays. Maybe you got to take some chances and just do some things you're not comfortable with doing.
Yeah, they moved the ball in spurts, but not one sustained drive like we said earlier. All right, UTSA has it starting up at the 45. Right to left, snap and a hand. Yards down in 8 here at the 47. UTSA Roadrunners last week falling against Temple 27-21. This is after back-to-back wins over Incarnate Word and Colorado State. They also had an early season loss at A&M, and lost to Texas State in the I-35 rivalry. Snap McCown, 2nd and 8 play, running for his life back to his left as he is tapped by Porter. It throws incomplete at the 45-yard line. Good job by Porter getting back there in the pass rush. 3rd down and 8. UTSA has it at the Rice at their own 47.
That's the kind of pressure we needed to see earlier.
Officials timeout.
And now,
player of the
up 31-3. Whoa.
And McCown a little hitch in his giddy up. But there's a separate down UTSA player. Hard to see from this angle. Big fella's number is
it looks to be an offensive lineman, number 57.
It's their center, Ben Rios, from Central Catholic High School here in the Alamo City. His backup is Luke Lopez, Summer Creek product there off 59.
Oh, speaking of Summer Creek, my goodness.
You were surprised, weren't you?
Oh, my goodness. A couple of nights ago. Now, C.E. King, we're talking high school football now. C.E. King's a very good football team, no doubt about it. Summer Creek, though, ranked in the top 5 in the state. And C.E. King whooped them like they have not been whooped in a long time. In fact, they had a 42-0 lead.
Mama got the wooden spoon.
Yes, sir. And Summer Creek came back and scored 27 in the second half. Made it respectable, but C.E. King is real. And I will tell you, having gone over there and executed the Friday Football Fever last week, they've got about 15 Division I prospects on that team, and they will be playing big-time Division I football. No question. Just like Summer Creek.
All right, so Rios ushered off and Lopez on. So UTSA completed his first 2 third-down conversion attempts, and they've 0 for their last 2. Tight end Thomas in motion. Shotgun snap coming back to McCown. Looks right, throws a spiral, caught the 46-yard line right side. He comes back and then surges back in front of Kane and still got the first down. It looked like the Owls had brought him down, but it was a good job by the receiver there, McCune, by the way, the guy who caught it, got the first down to the 43 for a 9-yard toss.
McCune did a nice job of using his leverage and the fake, and then his legs to get him up the field. Really, really strong, and that's what I'm talking about, tackling. It's not supposed to happen against a DB.
It's the 14th first down of the game for UTSA. Trips left, Amador in motion. Curly cues around the quarterback, snap and a handoff to Henderson. Takes it away around the right hash, down to 35 to 30. He is gone. 10 to 5. The touchdown for Henderson. Another big play for UTSA. Take your pick. 43 yards on that rush.
Rice Owls just cannot tackle, JP. They're having big time, really a hard time tackling today. And I'm sure John Kay is going to address it when they get back to the locker room. You got guys falling down at his feet. And that's just really unfortunate, rather than, trying to get your feet over and making a tackle and just not able to do it.
Cut it back against the grain. It looked like the Owls had that edge, but Henderson quick has a Gilmer hiccup. Cut it back and gets his first rushing touchdown of the season, and that was a season-long rush. Too many of those anecdotes being mentioned as Petro's right leg might be getting tired. We'll check with the UTSA radio folks on their injury update, as he might have to blister up his toe. Sorry to make light. They're just trying to cope.
Yes, sir.
UTSA 38 and Rice 13, 2:15 to go.
If someone had told me this game was going to be 38-3 right before we get to the half.
Knocked me over with a feather.
Hit me with a 2x4.
Oh, my God.
Get over. I would have argued you down. There's no way this is going to happen, but it's happening.
JC, can I ask you the dumbest question in the history of sports broadcasting?
There are no dumb questions. There are only dumb answers.
What is the mood like on the sideline?
Honestly, like a funeral.
Okay.
It is.
I figured, but
it's damp here. I mean, we've lost our quarterback. We've lost 2 defensive starters. It is a repeat of 4 years ago on homecoming night for UTSA.
And especially no love lost. All this coming, not just that it happens in any game, but who it's against and where it is.
Yeah, that's even worse. I mean, this is obviously a rivalry game, and this is just not the way you want to play in this game. Not this game.
Some funky sound effects there as that one is kicked.
Halloween screams.
Oh, Halloween screams. Okay. sources tell me, as Turner downed it with his right knee against that blue painted turf, and Rice will come out here, and if you can get some kind of quick drive, you do get the football back to start the second half to try if there's any type of hope for any type of forward progress. I'm not even necessarily saying a comeback win, but to try to sustain something and get back-to-back scores here to make it respectable. Well, I tried. But.
Well, we'll have to see if what they're going to do here offensively.
Hardiman is the back now behind DeVilliers, who's had the last 3 series. Snap and a handoff to Hardiman, and he is pushed back, checked at Alexander 20. He is shoved back as Alexander's now had last few series, and he gets dropped for a loss of 3 yards on that play. Darian White from La Vega and Tyler J.C. And a whistle comes.
Full timeout on the field.
We have the 2-minute timeout. UTSA 38, Rice 3. You heard that right. It's Rice football from Learfield.
Your health is personal, which is why your Houston Methodist primary care team takes the time to get to know you and your unique goals, offering personalized health care at more than 40 locations throughout Greater Houston, with same-day clinics when you're sick and expert specialists when you need them. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Well, guess what? We have a new podcast for you, the diehard Rice Owls fan. It's Rice Unfiltered. Let's go. Same great content wherever you get your podcast, all that jazz. We'll have regular visits with AD Tommy McClellan, all of our head coaches, and of course, the stories of our one-of-a-kind student athletes. Stay tuned during the football season. We'll have regular chats with Dunleavy family head football coach Scott Ael, and yours truly will chat with assistant coaches and Saturday playmakers. It's also on the Rice Owls YouTube page. Rice Unfiltered, wherever you get your podcast.
Well, Nate steals my read, so I'm stealing his. Here's how you do a Documation read, Nate. Hey, Owls fans, we're thrilled to continue our relationship with a fantastic partner, Documation, proudly serving Texas for over 35 years, whether it's IT, print, automation, or software managed services. They deliver cutting-edge solutions that help businesses and organizations just like ours take flight. And now they're proud official partners of Rice Athletics. We're not just aiming for victory on the field. We're leading the way with our technology, too. Let's show them some love, Owls. Documation. Go Rice. I'm trying to change the vibe. Thanks to Documation.
Wait. So you throw me under the bus, right, and say I'm reading your reads. I have not read one of your reads today.
To be fair. To be fair, yes. You did read your tickets read.
I did. You know what? Not only that, I have a mark.
Can you show the crew?
See, I have a mark.
I know in the booth camera, if you want to see behind the scenes.
I know exactly what my reads are. Bob does too. Can you see that, Bob?
And I wrote his name right there.
He did.
And he still has to highlight it.
He made it easy for me because I want to be able to get to them quickly, right? So what does he do? He makes this story up, just throws me under the bus. The bus is rolling all over me right now. All right, talking about I read his reads. I do not read your reads.
You know, we have a couple different cars on this caravan riding home tonight. One of us can. I'm trying to change the mood here. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make light of anything.
You have to.
All right, 2 minutes to go. All UTSA 38-3. DeVilliers left to right. After that 2-minute timeout as a 2nd and 12 play. And he's got Alexander by him. Dickman to the right. And a couple receivers to the left. One of those Pierre. Keep in mind, UTSA could still get the football back here. They call a timeout if Rice can't get a first down here. DeVilliers trying to straighten things out. Peyton Matthews coming in the receiver game for Rice. It was Matthews, not Pierre. All right, gun here. Got a play clock still at 25. Red Hat guy says we can go.
It's a 2-minute offense. Need to run tempo here, JP, the entire time.
Yeah, DeVilliers more of the thrower like we talked. He raises his leg, gets the snap, and rolls the pocket to the left. Throws back across the body. Good catch by Matthews up the field to 36, and he got shoved out of bounds. The freshman from here, near the City, gets thrusted out after a 13-yard gain.
Next play needs to be ready to go right now. And once again, you got to test them down the field. Looks like they're going to run us. What are they running? They're not running a 2-deep secondary. Looks to be quarters. No, it's too deep. It's too deep.
Yeah, they hide that other safety there. Tyan Milton, that last tackle. Snap, roll to the right side. DeVilliers unleashing the cannon deep over the middle. Too tall for Turner. Incomplete. The 25-yard line. He got a little bit of a step on Rogers, the Dangerfield native. Good play call there on 1st and 10.
I loved it.
Stops the clock. 1:49 to go, but Rice on the wrong side of this score. 38-3 Roadrunners.
I love that call. The ball maybe just a little bit more trajectory, and maybe the receiver can run underneath it, but I do like that call. I think you got to do it again. You got to test that secondary. They're running too deep, so they're expecting you to do it. The middle of the field will be open.
Remember, Drew DeVilliers, a great high school baseball player at Plano East as well. Snap, rolls it to the right, 2nd and 10, cuts it back after a nice cut, and he gets throttled out of bounds near away at the 38-yard line, and he is down in the UTSA sideline.
Should be a flag on that play.
KK Meyer, they have not thrown a flag. How is the Wajuaku play a targeting and that isn't? Explain it.
Should be a flag on that play, JP.
And Scott Ael is furious, rightfully so.
DeVilliers was actually hit out of bounds. He was running out of bounds. They could see that he was running out of bounds. He gave himself up, and still no flag on the play. Here, they know he's going out of bounds. What are you doing? He had a foot out of bounds. There should be a flag thrown on the play, period. But we can see what kind of refs we have working today.
Meyer, the corner, is the one that hit him. Getting another look at the replay.
You can't do that.
Motion dying down. It was more shoulder-to-shoulder hit. But everything piling up here. It looked like half of DeVilliers' body was out of bounds and half was in.
His foot was out. When he was hit, his right foot was out.
And now Trainer Deanna is looking at the left arm of DeVilliers here.
Yeah, that's going to be a jammed shoulder right there, if anything. But it takes a little time for him to be able to shake it off, maybe. Let's hope that he's able to shake it off. That was a heck of a hit. And that definitely should have been a flag. Should have been a personal foul, 15.
I am with you. At the very least, how does the booth not look at it? If they looked at that little feathery touch from Wajuaku.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Oh, here, let me little tap you.
Yes. We'll give it 15.
I just don't understand targeting. Here's the snap. Creighton Jr. back in there. Handoff up the middle, 50, 40. Alexander running the 30, the 20. At the 10, he gets pushed. And inside the 5, Meyer saves the touchdown. As Alexander down to the 2. Dalen Alexander giving Rice some hope.
Sometimes a play like this can change a game. And I'm not going to say right off, okay, now the Rice Owls is going to come back and win it. But I tell you this, what they need to do now, turn it up a notch. You got to turn it up a notch now. You got to get mean. You got to be the aggressor. You got to be the guy now moving forward. You have to be that guy.
Jacavian Rogers was the one that made that tackle, not Myers, but 61 yards on that rush. A career long for Alexander.
30-second timeout.
Timeout by UTSA. 1:20 to go. UTSA 38 and Rice 3.
Trying to keep the Owls scoreless. They want to make sure they call the right defense on this play. Look for the run, sleight of hand, could be some type of a reverse. And UTSA knows this, so they want to try to keep them scoreless. But once again, you need to come out in the second half, and the 38 they put on you in the first half, guys are going to have to step up and try to put that 38 on the board, JP, period.
38-3, UTSA, 1:20 to go. And what a burst by Dalen Alexander after that rush. 5 carries, 82 yards. They're saying 57 on that rush. Is that the, yeah, they say 57 yards on that rush. Here's the snap. Thompson in motion. Handoff Alexander. Give it to the big fella to finish it off. He cashes in. Touchdown over the middle of that goal line. Touchdown Rice Owls. Touchdown Dalen Alexander. And Rice gets on the board.
It's only a 4-touchdown lead now, 38-10. And if I'm at
yeah.
And so now, you know, what you need to do is make this PAT go to.
So it only took a minute of regulation for that. Baquette of the hold. Goda coming on for the PAT. Freeman will be the deep snapper. Holding the snapper both good. PAT is up, and that is good. 38-10. Never heard the visiting fight song played at another team's on a road game.
That is the Rice Owls.
Well, that's
you got to do something. You want to change the move.
That's the mob.
Something. Yeah, that's the mob.
The mob's here. Okay.
Yeah, the mob is here.
It sounded like it was coming from the speaker here over.
Oh,
good to have the mob here.
You thought that it was they who were playing the Rice Owls fight song? No, that is not they. That is the mob.
It was refreshing to hear. Like, where's that? I didn't know the mob was here.
The mob showing some backbone. I love it.
And with respect, they haven't had a lot to play for here as they get the touchdown.
Not at all.
And that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. As we said, it lasted exactly a minute. And not to step on your toes, Jason Metko, but we see Drew DeVilliers ushered off into the Owls locker room as well.
Yes.
Good poke in the eye.
And I'm with you, boys. That should have been a 15-yarder for a late hit.
Jason referencing in case you just turned in. Warner. 1:15 to go. UTSA 38 and Rice 10.
At some point, you have to make a play that's going to change your fortune. Now, that touchdown can help. It gives you a little confidence going into the locker room. But honestly, you're going to have to stick somebody and fire up that defense. Because if you don't, that's exactly what they did to you. And no penalty flag was thrown. The play was not even reviewed.
Dalen Alexander, that touchdown rush of 3 yards, snap and a handoff to Henry. You wonder how much time he'll play in the second half. Third leading rusher in the nation, hauled down by Peyton Stevenson up across the 30. After a 5-yard gain, nearing the final minute. No reason for UTSA to hurry it up.
Well, a game like this does help him to get additional rest for the next week.
As we haven't seen Quentin Jackson the last few series as well. He was already questionable coming into the game. Snap. McCown hitches it right side to Jaron Randall from Johnson High School here in San Antonio. And he is thrusted out by Joe Chavez at the 30. No gain. So, a 3rd down and 5. 41 seconds left.
Again, you need that one play. That's going to cause something to happen with your team.
This crowd is just not amused or very well trained or both. They're dead here. They 38-10 lead. Went tailgating hard today, I guess, here. 3 to snap. It comes back to McCown, dips it into the lap, and running around the right end is Henry again. First down up past the 35 and gallops out of bounds. And the 39-yard line, and Davion Hook pushing the Mississippi guy out for a 9-yard gain in the first down. 36 seconds left. 38-10 UTSA. We talked about this earlier. Sorry, Nate, but you brought it up a quarter or so ago. But Henry, seeing some comparisons for the mind's eye for those that haven't seen him play. Ashton Genty, the speed.
Is that who you like?
The
Ashton
burst.
Genty?
Another telecast when they were playing Colorado State, they likened him to him the way he gets so low, but he's so powerful. Is that combination of power and speed. Snap, play action. Henry McCown throwing over the middle, tipped and almost intercepted. They try to get it to their main stud Wilson, but it was too tall. The Owls there on the backside. Chavez there near that deflection. 32 seconds left. Clock stopped. And now 2nd and 10. UTSA, it's 39.
Ashton Genty, to me, is more of a compact runner, whereas this kid, Henry, is a guy who, he's a little longer and runs sort of like a Derrick Henry, just a little quicker. But yeah, and he's also got some cutting ability. That's what I like about him.
And Henry, with his total tonight, he's passed his rushing total from last season, where he led the team with 706 yards. But played about half as many games. Snap McCown. Flags come in as the handoff went down to Henry, and he slipped down near the 40. Andrew Alway there to shove him down, but I think this will be coming back with 27 seconds left in the second quarter.
Holding?
One would hope.
Something.
A false start.
Illegal formation. Offense. More than 4 players in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Replay second down.
You can't do that. Second penalty on UTSA.
If you want my opinion, I'll tell you. That's not the first time that this has happened tonight. They just haven't called it.
Okay. I'll write it down on my little sheet here.
Sour grapes. I don't like sour grapes.
They don't taste good.
No.
All right, they start the clock. 13 seconds to go. They just have to snap it one more time. McCown here. Twins left. One receiver right. Hear from Coach Ael here in just a second, as now time comes as the game clock goes down to 2 seconds.
30 seconds and a half. 30 seconds timeout.
Stay tuned at the half. Bob will update the Owls sporting front. And we'll have a recap of the Rice Unfiltered podcast this week. Scott Ael and I go off the football books, and we talk kind of life in general and get to know Scott Ael. And that's coming up at the break. And Nate and I will update on some scores. And we'll say like 2 stats, because I don't want to go over that stat sheet again.
We're not going over the entire stat sheet, because first of all, the stat sheet does not show any advantage Rice. So there's no sense in us continuing to go down that stat sheet until Rice gives us some more stats to talk about. Dalen Alexander, of course, a nice run he had and the touchdown, but we need a little bit more than that.
Well, the big stat here, McCown about to take a knee here. 15 of 21, 236 and 3 touchdowns. All those coming in about 5 minutes. Nate, how do the Owls regroup in this one?
I think you have to just be determined to come back out and just go as hard as you can. And I'm saying that nicely, but they really need to, let me put it another way, kick some butt when they come back out and go play for play. Play by play is how you get back in the game.
Scott Ael will talk with Jason Metko in a second, but right now he is having some words with Reed Jackson. And we'll hear from Coach coming up here in just a little bit as he jogs off the field. 38-10, UTSA leads Rice here at the break. And here is Jason Metko with Scott Ael right now.
Coach, what was your words to the officials there late?
Well, I've been talking for a couple weeks about protecting our quarterbacks, just because we're not a traditional drop back, but I think our quarterbacks have taken some unnecessary shots when we're throwing the football. And I'll just really plead with them to watch that more cleaner. But at the end of the day, this is more about us, not the officials. This is more about us. We got to tackle better, right? We hold this. We just got to play better. That is not indicative of the way we play football all year. And you know, we're playing a ton of young guys on offense, and it looks like that, and we just got to be cleaner.
A good finish to end the half. How do you get the second half carrying on from that strong finish to end?
Well, you start right there, right? You start right where you left off, challenge the team to rise to the occasion, and let's take one quarter at a time, try to win the third quarter.
JP, back to you.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Jason. At the break, 38-10, all UTSA here at the half. Stay tuned. It's Rice football from Learfield.
Porsche is proud to partner with Rice University, celebrating a shared commitment to excellence and innovation. As part of this exclusive partnership, Rice students, alumni, and staff are eligible for special incentives on new Porsche models, including the all-electric 2025 Macan. Plus, enjoy 3 years of complimentary maintenance with the purchase of any new vehicle. Visit today and show your Rice ID to take advantage. This offer is just for the Rice community.
Rice fans need a place to stay while watching your Owls play ball? Located just steps from campus is the Hilton Houston Medical Center. Visit us today at houstonplaza.hilton.com or call 713-313-4000 to get that special Rice discount. Again, that's houstonplaza.hilton.com or call 713-313-4000 to get that special Rice discount now.
Big trip on the horizon? Before you depart, you gotta park. The parking spot is a simpler, easier way to navigate airport parking, and you can save when you book online. You're guaranteed a spot, and we even pick you up at your trunk in our yellow and black spotted shuttles and take you straight to the terminal. Parking and saving come full circle at The Parking Spot. The Parking Spot, proud sponsor of Rice University. Visit theparkingspot.com to reserve your spot today.
Balancing your work, family, and health is a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care checkups, personalized orthopedics to keep you moving, and experts in specialties like cardiology, neurology, and GI, all in one manageable system, so you can stay healthy and strong. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
On the Rice Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to halftime coverage. Coming up, scores from around the country, highlights, and stats from our first half.
Man, this is not looking good right now for the Rice Owls. 38-10, down to UTSA at the half. But we're going to talk about Rice sports with the one and only Bobby Schlanger. Bobby?
Well, there is some good news, Nate.
Well, let's talk about the good news.
It's not in San Antonio, but for those of you that are interested, this afternoon the baseball team played a couple of exhibition games over at Louisiana Lafayette and swept the Raging Cajuns 6-4 and 6-5. It looked like a lot of players played, but it looked like Paul Smith had 4 hits in the 2 games and had a double and a 2-run homer, and Rice scored 4 runs in the top of the first to start the year. So a good start for David Pierce, and could be a good spring.
Nice.
Also, there's a lot of good things going on. The men's golf team finished tied for first in the Trinity Forest Invitational hosted by SMU. It's their second week in a row to either win or tie for the win. But this was a big-time tournament. They tied USC. They beat Baylor, SMU, U of H. They played. UTSA was also in that tournament, and Rice beat UTSA by 52 strokes.
My goodness.
A little bit in 54 holes. That's hard to do.
52 strokes.
Great night last night for women's volleyball. They hosted undefeated in the conference, and the leader in the conference, USF, and swept them and played great. I mean, if you get a chance to see a replay of that was Rice volleyball at its highest level. And they now are tied for first with USF, have a tiebreaker, of course, and they play, if you're in San Antonio and you want to stay over, they play at UTSA. Volleyball is tomorrow. Soccer hosts USF in a big game at home tomorrow at noon. So a lot going on campus. Women's tennis doing well at the ITA Invitational in Fort Worth, and great performance by swimming. Women's basketball coming up here pretty soon. Dominique Ennis, first team all-conference, and Victoria Flores and Anaya Alexis, second team all-conference. So that's going to be a good year. Rob Lanier going to be in action here pretty soon. So stay with us for some good volleyball, and maybe we can come back and make something happen here in the second half.
We really need to do it, Bob. All right, Rice down 38-10 at the half to UTSA here in San Antonio. When we come back, we'll have scores and more on the Varsity Network App and Owls Gameday App. The score, 38-10. UTSA over Rice. This is Rice Owls football from Learfield.
A breast cancer diagnosis can turn your world upside down. But your Houston Methodist team assures you they'll use the latest cancer research and technologies, collaborating to treat and remove the tumor and reconstruct your breasts, restoring symmetry, sensation, and your sense of self. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
From O Week to homecoming to game day weekends, immediately down the street, come join us for a cocktail at our Michelin-starred Dim Sum Silk Road Excellence at the Courtyard by Marriott, Rice University. We are the place to stay. Less than 2 miles from campus and minutes from Rice Village, we keep you close to the action. Call 713-661-5669 and ask for the Rice University rate. We look forward to welcoming you.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Hey, Owls fans, we want you out of the next home game. That's against UConn, October 22nd. Kick time will be announced the week before. Tickets start as low as $22. You can call 713-348-OWLS or go to riceowls.com. Don't miss the pregame concert festivities. Come early to cheer on the Blue and Grays. They make their Owl Walk about 2 hours and 15 minutes before kick. Get your tickets for the Owls and Huskies, Rice and UConn, October 22nd, 713-348-OWLS, riceowls.com. Rice fight.
Welcome back on the Rice Owls Halftime Show, back in the Alamo Dome here in just a second. In case you did not hear the Rice Unfiltered this week, our new podcast with Dunleavy family and football coach Scott Ael. We went off the field, and he talks about some things that he keeps busy during the off season.
Oh, good question. Well, I will tell you, there's two parts to that. I really grew up a Clemson fan. I was born in South Carolina, and my family moved to Virginia when I was 5 or 6, and we moved to outside Charlottesville. My dad took over, his father's dairy farm, and that's what I remember. But what happened in that moment, Clemson was really good at football when we lived down there, and UVA wasn't very good at football in the early 70s at all. And so we had more Clemson stuff in my house early on, and that resonated with me. And my dad would take us to one game a year, usually at UVA, or I'd get tickets, and it was always whenever Clemson came to town, if they came to town. So I became a huge Clemson fan growing up. And then with Danny Ford, right, they won the national championship in 81, running a lot of option, by the way, for those that care. And it just fueled that, right? I was 11 at the time. And so I grew up a huge Clemson fan, but I would say more than just that. I grew up a huge ACC fan. When you're in the ACC hotbed your entire life with, I've lived right in Virginia, right next to UVA, and then Virginia Tech, and, the Clemson connection I just talked about, and then you're moving to Charlotte, right? So the ACC basketball tournament, I love it. March Madness, love it. I grew up going to watch Ralph Sampson play games, right? Pretty special, right? Dean Smith was at my high school watching Ralph Sampson play high school basketball. He played my high school league, not against me, but Dean Smith was there, Terry Holland, right? I remember watching Michael Jordan play against James Worthy, Michael Jordan playing against Ralph Sampson as a UVA, the one time we could go watch them play basketball. So in ACC basketball, man, back in the day, especially when the world went so crazy, I mean, you could see any of those teams make it to the Final Four, and Maryland and Lenny Bias. And, I grew up in that era of college basketball and loved it. Loved it.
You're learning more about you each week. Your sports roots run so deep. We talked tennis, pickleball, obviously your baseball prowess, and you can coach a little football. So it seemed like if it was a ball and you kept score, Scott Ael is a fan of it, huh?
I would say that's about correct. And I think anybody that knows me, from my high school best friend to my college roommate, they would tell you that. My family, like, it's just what I did. It's what I love. I love racquetball in the off season. So, we have racquetball courts here on campus. So for my workout during the off season, I typically would grab Coach Munch, who's I would say the second best racquetball player on staff.
Of course, yeah.
And I'll take him over there, and it's intense. If you've ever played racquetball correctly, it's really intense. So it is just one of my gifts that God gave me, the love of sports. Right? Not being great at sports, but the love of it. And I do. There's just so many things you learn from it. And it just, it's been a life full of joy around sports.
That was just a sample of Dunleavy family and football coach Scott Ael, bit of a get-to-know-you session with him. That's on the Rice Unfiltered podcast on Apple, Spotify, the Rice YouTube channel. Back with more from the Alamo Dome, Rice at UTSA. It's Rice football from Learfield.
Big trip on the horizon? Before you depart, you gotta park. The parking spot is a simpler, easier way to navigate airport parking, and you can save when you book online. You're guaranteed a spot, and we even pick you up at your trunk in our yellow and black spotted shuttles and take you straight to the terminal. Parking and saving come full circle at The Parking Spot. The Parking Spot, proud sponsor of Rice University. Visit theparkingspot.com to reserve your spot today.
Owl fans know where to stay when they come to Houston. The Courtyard by Marriott, Rice University is their preferred choice, whether cheering on the team or kicking off their Rice experience during O Week. Just minutes from Rice Village and less than 2 miles to campus, we provide the right mix of convenience and accessibility. Coming in spring 2025, enjoy Michelin-starred dim sum excellence in our restaurant. Cheer for the Owls by raising a glass in the lounge and start the day right with breakfast in the bistro. Call 713-661-5669 to make a reservation and be sure to ask for the Rice University rate. We look forward to welcoming you.
Well, guess what? We have a new podcast for you, the diehard Rice Owls fan. It's Rice Unfiltered. Let's go. Same great content wherever you get your podcast, all that jazz. We'll have regular visits with AD Tommy McClellan, all of our head coaches, and of course, the stories of our one-of-a-kind student athletes. Stay tuned during the football season. We'll have regular chats with Dunleavy family head football coach Scott Ael, and yours truly will chat with assistant coaches and Saturday playmakers. It's also on the Rice Owls YouTube page. Rice Unfiltered, wherever you get your podcast.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Rice University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of Rice and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by Rice University.
Welcome back on the Rice Owls halftime. All UTSA 38-10. A quick gander at some halftime statistics. Usually we don't mention the first downs at the half, but it's very glaring. It jumps off the sheet. UTSA 16 first downs. Rice picked up the offense a tad towards the end of that second quarter. But Rice had 5 first downs in that first half. UTSA has outgained Rice 328 to 151. They have 8 more plays to get 177 extra yards than Rice. Rice 31 plays, 151 yards, 98 on the ground, 53 through the air. On the penalty side, 5 for 50 for Rice, 3 for 20 for UTSA. UTSA's had the football longer, a little bit over 17 minutes. Rice a little bit under 13 minutes. Rice cannot stay on the field on third downs. That's been an issue. Again, 2 of 8 on third downs. UTSA hasn't really needed the third downs, but when they have, they're 4 of 6. And Rice is 0 of 1 on fourth downs. Rice 2 of 2 in its red zone opportunities that go to field goal, and then the Alexander touchdown. But UTSA is 4 of 4 on its red zone opportunities. On the individual tallies, first for the hometown Roadrunners, Josh's boy is a cool cucumber. Owen McCown, 15 of 21 passing, 236 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no picks. His number 1 receiving target is Devin McEwen, a childhood best friend of his. That chemistry works. The total of 3 catches, 64 yards, and actually overlooked A.J. Wilson, the Houston Christian transfer, 77 receiving yards on the 2 catches. He had that 57-yarder. The big plays, I need to count that up during our next break, but they have had, at least 5 or 6 plays of over 40 yards in that first half on the receiving game. It's been in the rushing game hasn't been bad either for UTSA. Henry, 11 carries for 49 yards, third leading rusher in the nation, but it's Will Henderson with just 3 carries, but for 54 total yards, a long of 43. Rice being paced by Chase Jenkins, 1 of 3 passing, 33 yards, but he was knocked out with an injury. Drew DeVilliers, 3 of 6 passing for 19 yards. And stay tuned, Jason Metko will have an update on that. Another Rice quarterback could play in this first half of action. Patrick Creighton Jr. has played, but he did not register a rushing or throwing statistic. Owls leading receiver, Drayden Dickman, 2 catches, 33 yards. The 1 touchdown for Rice, the 1 bright spot, Dalen Alexander, 6 carries, 85 yards. And Alex Bacchetta, 4 punts for a 48-yard average. Second half coming up next, whether we like it or not. UTSA 38, Rice 10. It's Rice football from Learfield.
I'm Chris Schappa, owner of Schappa's. For 42 years, our family has been providing you the best John Deere products and services in the industry. One of the things I'm most proud of is when you come to Schappa's, you are buying more than a piece of equipment. It's a commitment from our Schappa's family to yours to support you after the sale and be there when you need us. So the next time you're in the market for a John Deere tractor, a gator, or a mower, come see us at Schappa's and experience what we call the Schappa's difference.
Rice fans need a place to stay while watching your Owls play ball? Located just steps from campus is the Hilton Houston Medical Center. Visit us today at houstonplaza.hilton.com or call 713-313-4000 to get that special Rice discount. Again, that's houstonplaza.hilton.com or call 713-313-4000 to get that special Rice discount now.
Porsche is proud to partner with Rice University, celebrating a shared commitment to excellence and innovation. As part of this exclusive partnership, Rice students, alumni, and staff are eligible for special incentives on new Porsche models, including the all-electric 2025 Macan. Plus, enjoy 3 years of complimentary maintenance with the purchase of any new vehicle. Visit today and show your Rice ID to take advantage. This offer is just for the Rice community.
The passion.
He's going to take it to the house. Dinner's cooking. Touchdown.
The fury.
There was flames on that ball.
The speed.
35, 40. There he goes. Down the sideline.
Western college football.
For the end zone. Got it for 6 points. You can unhitch the wagon. Put the ponies in the bars. Back to the end zone. 30, 20.
This is the College Football Blitz. Listen all season long on College Sports Now on the Varsity Network.
Rice Owls trailing UTSA by a 38-10 count. So a few quick scores from across the conference are Courtyard, Marriott, Rice University. Army defeated Charlotte 24-7. And Navy came back and they beat Temple 32-31 in Philly. So Navy goes to 6-0. FAU beats UAB 53-23. Last night, USF over North Texas 63-36, and Tulane Thursday night beat East Carolina 26-19. And a few other scores across the nation that we'll catch you up with. But Nate, first off, Jason Metko, report what you told us during the half. A lot of things to get to, but simplify it as much as you can, my good man.
A lot with quarterbacks. Chase Jenkins officially out, left ankle. Now we have DeVilliers officially out, left shoulder. That hit that we all thought should have been a 15-yarder. Looks like it paid a little more off there, unfortunately for Rice, so we will not see Drew DeVilliers. We did see Patrick Creighton Jr. warming up. He should start this next series, but keep an eye on A.J. Padgett, who switched to tight end during fall camp. He was out here at half taking emergency snaps, JP.
I don't like the information you gave it, but thank you for being on the spot there. So I pay the medium-sized bucks over the head of Turner for a touchback. How do you digest what Jason just said?
Well, again,
what you have to do, right?
There should have been a penalty. But I think you want to at least see what you can do with the run and Creighton and see if it works. And if not, you are going to have to start throwing the football. There's no question about that.
Which is not your scheme.
It's not your
you
scheme.
have to go outside your comfort zone in your scheme.
It's not your scheme, but these guys can get comfortable really quickly. And they've got some receivers who can catch the football and get open.
Oh, Copper Canteen for us here, starting the second half. All right, 1st and 10 to 25. Snap to Creighton. Fakes the handoff and gets just slammed back. A huge wallop coming in from Owen Pee-wee. But we didn't say a lot, ironically, the star guy from Side Park. 5-yard loss, 2nd and 15.
They're filling those gaps, JP, and right now there is no advantage at all for the offensive linemen. They're not getting any kind of leverage. They can't get in the gaps and block anybody. And so now those linebackers are just teeing off.
More on Pee Wee if we have time in a second. A fascinating story coming from the Houston area. 30 seconds in, third quarter. Snap. Creighton play action, running for his life again. Hit as he thrown. Pop to the left side. Intercepted, intended for Dickman, and an easy stroll. Pick six. Going down the right side, Blackshire, as he just leaps into the blue painted end zone. I didn't think it could get any worse, but it just has. UTSA in a blowout here.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. You got a lot of pressure, and we know that UTSA likes to bring pressure from all over the field, and certainly that time, Johnny on the spot, you saw guys in position to take that interception and go the other way with it for six, and now it's becoming very, very, it was ugly to begin with, but now it's really becoming ugly.
Blackshire, 3 seasons contributing at Alabama. He was a top 20 recruit coming out at Duncanville there. Off I-20, played his first 3 games last season before a season-ending injury, and gets his first pick of the season to take it in for the score. And Rice will get the football back right after this, as Petro is on pace for setting all kinds of records, as they have a big mallet, their big turnover mallet, I guess, and they're mashing it against some device on the sideline here. Big sledgehammer, okay, we're hearing. 20 yards on that return for Blackshire.
Well, the ball, first of all, bounced off of a Rice receiver. So
Dickman.
It's not like, it didn't hit a receiver first, and then DB was on the spot and was able to take it into the end zone. You kind of wish your own defense could have those kinds of successes, but not today.
The pick six was not on the bingo card yet, but you can put that tally off there if you're going for the blackout today.
I mean, if this is fantasy football and you have UTSA's defense, you just scored some points.
And again, we said it a couple times, we're not trying to make light of anything, but it's just unlike any broadcast we've done together. Everything that's come together here.
No, this has been the worst it's been, and that's just really unfortunate that this has happened. And this is not the way you wanted to start the second half. I'm telling you, this was not intentional.
All right, the kickoff is coming deep from Jafir Murphy, and it's returned by Turner, zigzagging across the 15-yard line, and he gets popped and sails into the UTSA sidelines out of bounds. But he can't break the 20-yard line, so Rice will now start from the 18-yard line. Is it all starting up front? It seems like you got a young guy dealing with the elements, Creighton, but he's not having times. And when he's throwing it to places like we saw at that pick six, there's just no time for him to operate.
It's a combination of the offensive line having their problems and Creighton not having enough experience to deal with that and his own problems. So he really has to speed it up. And it's unfortunate, JP, because you only get better with reps.
And we've seen Alexander here the last few series since Quentin Jackson in the first quarter. But all UTSA 45-10, 14-10 to go. Snap and a handoff. Alexander cutting it back across the 25-30, up the 35-40. And Alexander dashing it across the 45 and hit down near midfield. There's a down Owl back at the other end. Offensive lineman. 30-yard rush by Dalen Alexander.
Yeah,
that's Patrick Vallant on the Rice offensive line. Owls are already working with Weston Kropp in that guard place in front of John Long. Alexander now 7 carries, 121 yards, a career high for him.
Well, that's a good day for him, but what about the rest of the team? He's trying to help the team as much as he can. And, you're having guys thrown out of the game. You're having injuries that are affecting, your key players. Now you have 2 quarterbacks down. So as much help as you can get right now.
It's going to be on Creighton. Rest of this game, 13:45 to go after that big Alexander run. Snap and a handoff, and Dalen will rush his way across the left side and cut back to the hash. Got 3 yards. Second down and 7 as Jamion Buxton from New Orleans. Credit a game of 2 as Alexander checks out here, and Hardiman comes in.
See if Rice decides to go any other way other than just the run.
Creighton, true freshman, directing traffic to the left, puts Dickman in motion. Snap and a handoff to Hardiman. One true freshman to another, and Hardiman Well, belly play almost, just leaps into UTSA territory to the 49-yard line. He got from 149, sailed to the other 49-yard line, 3rd down and 6.
UTSA can play guessing games from this point on. They can just fill their gaps and guess where the ball is going. And the way Rice has been running at them, it's pretty obvious. They don't mind attacking the middle of the field, the middle of that defense.
Matane Fahoko coming in at that other guard spot, by the way, with Valent going down. Here's the snap. Creighton did give it up the middle to Hardiman, and he rolls his way past the first down mark of the 43 and got hit down to the 40-yard line. 9-yard gain for DeAndre Hardiman, and the true freshmen are showing their talents here in this early part of the 3rd quarter. Brandon Tucker, the East Texas A&M transfer, had the tackle.
Yeah, Hardiman, Alexander, they're showing you what they have. Heart as well as talent. And you love for this to be a double-edged sword here, but still yet some time to show it.
2 receivers to the right for Rice. 3 minutes in, down big. Snap, Creighton play action. Hit as he throws in the ball, just juts backwards. Turner goes back to try to recover it. It's picked up by UTSA, but will this be an incompletion? Right now they're letting the play develop as UTSA races down the left side, and Banks gets in for a touchdown. I couldn't imagine that not standing, but it looked like he had a passing motion and he hit. But with the way the night goes, I imagine that will stand for a long scoop and score for UTSA.
I will tell you something, JP. You got to realize this is college football. This is the level before you get to the NFL. And these guys are trying to get to the NFL. And they're going to play like it. And so right now, if you're not aware of that, and you are controlling the football, you might want to become aware. You cannot be careless with the ball in this situation. As you were down before they just scored that last touchdown, you were down 40+ to 10.
And that's standing. I guess they did not even look at it. It was an awkward position for him to be at. He was turned around and looked like he was trying to pitch it back, but I know by the letter of the law, it just was a strange developing play, and the PAT is up and good, and there's a down UTSA player on special teams. So 2 defensive plays that are returned for scores by UTSA in the opening 3 minutes and 15 seconds of this 3rd quarter. The latter being a Banks 59-yard scoop and a score. We'll check on the status of the injured Roadrunner in a second. All Roadrunners 52-10, 11:45 of this 3rd quarter. It's Rice football from Learfield.
Porsche is proud to partner with Rice University, celebrating a shared commitment to excellence and innovation. As part of this exclusive partnership, Rice students, alumni, and staff are eligible for special incentives on new Porsche models, including the all-electric 2025 Macan. Plus, enjoy 3 years of complimentary maintenance with the purchase of any new vehicle. Visit today and show your Rice ID to take advantage. This offer is just for the Rice community.
I'm Chris Shoppa, owner of Shoppas. For 42 years, our family has been providing you the best John Deere products and services in the industry. One of the things I'm most proud of is when you come to Shoppas, you are buying more than a piece of equipment. It's a commitment from our Shoppas family to yours to support you after the sale and be there when you need us. So the next time you're in the market for a John Deere tractor, a gator, or a mower, come see us at Shoppas and experience what we call the Shoppas difference.
UTSA 52 and Rice 10, 11:45 of this 3rd quarter. Back-to-back defensive plays for scores for the UTSA Roadrunners. I thought I had seen it all at the half, but it just gets worse in the second half.
Can I be honest with you about something?
Yes, sir.
In my college football experience, 2 things intimidated me the most. Really, really big guys and really, really big guys who can run, okay, and speed. 3 things. I said 2, but there were 3. That's what we've seen today.
Yeah.
And Creighton is having a hard time with this right now. If they don't go ahead and make a change, there's a possibility. I'm not sure how much he can learn. You can't learn from continuously making a mistake or making mistakes at this stage, at this level.
When it's not all on him, understandably.
Right. You can't do it. But when it happens to you like that, at some point you got to say, okay, let's go with the guy who has played this level. A.J. Padgett may now have to be your option because at least he's played this level. He's had some success. But if you continue to play a young guy who is getting his real first action today at this stage against probably the best front seven, admittedly, that we've seen this year, man, that's not going to do much for you.
Yeah, it starts up front, and that front seven is overwhelmed. Rice, the Owls, two of the Owls' top three quarterbacks, at least on the depth chart, the top two, Chase Jenkins and Drew DeVilliers, just tuning in, got knocked out with injury, and it hasn't fared better for Creighton either.
It's overwhelmed them because they have not had any success. That's the problem.
All right. Owls going to take a third stab at this offensive drive here, the first part of the third quarter, as Murphy gets another touchback. And 11:45 to go. All Roadrunners. Rice will be starting for the 25-yard line.
Creighton's back out there.
Yes, indeed.
He probably told Coach, and I'm sure Coach looked in his eyes and had to have seen something in his eyes that told him it's okay. We'll just have to deal with this the best way we can.
Because for context, A.J. Padgett, who Jason reported at the half, more in a second, high snap, Creighton, and hands it up the middle, and maybe that's just your offense, handing to Alexander as a flag comes in. Face mask against UTSA's Kyan Roberts-Day. Dylan Alexander got a couple, tack on 15 more. Where was that in the first half, Nathaniel B?
First half? How about the entire game?
Well, yeah. Most of the game behind us is the first half.
That's right. Even now, third quarter. We'll take that too. They need as much help as they can get, JP.
Mm-hmm. Because
offsides, face mask, personal foul penalties, anything.
All right, Creighton checking the armband. There's another Owl going to the locker room.
Goodness.
I don't like Jason Metko. In this instance, snap hand to Alexander. The wide side of the field. Actually, that was a short side. He runs to the left and treks up to the 45, the 46-yard line. He got about 4 before meeting the waiting arms of James Whaley from Ridge Point High School. Second down, 8-6. Jason, who was just ushered back to the locker room again?
Tyson Thompson is going to the locker room, but he gave his family and supporters a thumbs up as he was walking to the locker room. So we do not expect this to be an injury-related issue. It very well could be an equipment issue.
Good gosh almighty. All right, Peyton Matthews, receiver near way, another true freshman. Rice on the wrong side of his 52-10 score. A snap, a couple of play fakes, and they hand to the back racing through. And Alexander stood up at the UTSA 49 by Damian Wimberly. SMU transfer, Vandergrift near Austin High School. Second down and 1 after the 3-yard gain.
What was the flag for taunting? I mean, after you make the tackle, you push the guy out the way, go back to your huddle.
Owls are 3 and 9 on third downs. A snap, a hand to Alexander, and he turns his way forward and got the first down. Run, Datelin, run. Is Alexander having himself a game. He came in with 241 yards, brought down by Newell there, but he's been the workhorse tonight.
Well, I'll say this. If you want to play college football, you're getting your opportunity today. It's a loss. Well, not yet, but you're down 52-10. But you have an opportunity to play.
Way to read the room, Nate Griffin. Yeah. I think we know where you're going there. You don't have to qualify. I know what you mean, though. All right, Creighton gun, single receiver to the right. Here's the snap. By the way, that was Braylon Walker, receiver. Pitch back wide for Pierre, but he snagged it. Comes up to 50, and he got blasted out of bounds.
There's another one.
Late hit comes.
Oh, come on, guys. Never mind. I'll just call for the flag, okay? I'll just call for the flag to make sure our audience knows we're watching the game.
Newell there on that big hit. And they lost a yard on that play.
Should have been 15 yards. Should have been 15 yards.
Yeah, he led with the helmet hit in Pierre's ear hole. Bryce Gray's there on that hit too coming. All right, 2nd and 11, the 49. Snap, Creighton rolls to his left, flicks it over the grass with the defense, and Pierre hauls it in. That little lollipop throw caught by Pierre there. Newell, a popular tackle this drive.
We normally do not criticize the refs. They
4-yard gain. Second down and 7.
Refs have a hard enough job as it is. It's not our job to criticize the refs. But they're missing some calls today, JP. They really are.
Third down and 7. All right, Byers in there as the back. True freshman Tyvon Byers from Lake Creek High School in Montgomery. Snap. Give to Byers, short side left. Steps through some riffraff and plows his way forward down to the 40-yard line to 39. Still a yard shy. Got 6 yards on that play. And you imagine Rice would go for it in this situation.
They will. Talk about Lake Creek High School. Looks like a junior college.
It is massive. I drove by there a couple weeks ago. Snap and a handoff, and Byers brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And not going anywhere. James Whaley, as the Owls now 0 for 2 on their 4th down conversion attempts. Timeout on the field. The Owls drive stalls just past midfield. 8:07 to go, third quarter. All UTSA Roadrunners lead Rice 52-10. It's Rice football from Learfield.
Your health is personal, which is why your Houston Methodist primary care team takes the time to get to know you and your unique goals, offering personalized health care at more than 40 locations throughout Greater Houston, with same-day clinics when you're sick and expert specialists when you need them. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
I'm Chris Shoppa, owner of Shoppas. For 42 years, our family has been providing you the best John Deere products and services in the industry. One of the things I'm most proud of is when you come to Shoppas, you are buying more than a piece of equipment. It's a commitment from our Shoppas family to yours to support you after the sale and be there when you need us. So the next time you're in the market for a John Deere tractor, a gator, or a mower, come see us at Shoppas and experience what we call the Shoppas difference.
To 10, UTSA leads Rice with 8:07 remaining in the third, not the fourth, the third quarter. Houston Methodist is the official health care provider for Rice Athletics. Visit us at HoustonMethodist.org. Houston Methodist, leading medicine. JP, right now, need to find a leader for the Rice Owls. Who's going to lead this team to put some points on the board? Got to find a way.
Yeah, tough times breed tough men, and they're going to have to find a way to get something going in the right direction. They found that with Alexander. That's been the big positive in case you're just bebopping around on a Saturday night. Well, Dalen Alexander is having a game, 12 carries, 129 yards, but the Owls have had 3 quarterbacks in the game and a 4th warming up that hasn't taken a snap since spring ball, A.J. Padgett, but what's gone right is Dalen Alexander, and that's the list. That's it. Not much has gone right. 2 defensive scores in the first 3 minutes of this third quarter. As the little spoiled gravy on the biscuit for that one.
Yeah, one a scoop and score, the other a pick 6. And it's just really unfortunate, the 14 points that they've scored here in the second half. It's just really, really unfortunate that has happened to Rice today. You were hoping that they would be a whole lot more competitive. And I think that they were thinking that they would be a whole lot more competitive, but it just has not turned out that way.
Amador, one of the twin receivers, going to the right side as UTSA has a new quarterback named Brandon Tennyson from Gilmer High School. Redshirt sophomore. Run around the left end, the 45, the 50. And UTSA ball carrier still is Henry, plowing into Rice territory. Getting a greeting by Alway, knocked down at the 41-yard line. 19 yards. I'm surprised Henry's still out there.
What are they doing? There's no way I'd have my star running back out there. That kid, I mean, he really doesn't have over, maybe 60, he's got 64 yards now on the day.
Yeah, 12 carries. Now in there is Henderson. He takes the handoff going to the line at the 41-yard line, and he is swallowed up by Alway and company. Clark Jolivent from Furr High School in Houston helping out. Second down and 10, no gain. Flip of the script. The Rice defense, we said, leading up into this one, go back, check the tape. That's been the big positive of the team coming into this one. Second and 10, more on that. Back to right-handed thrower Tennyson. Airs it out, deep spiral down the left side. They got Wilson bobbled around. Porter knocked it down, incomplete. Oh, now the late flag comes in. Thought they would hold that hanky.
Wow.
That pass interference play will go against Rice's Porter.
Goodness.
Not a spot foul, of course, in the college game. It's a 15-yarder.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he didn't reach up for the ball. He went in and kind of gave him a tap around the hip.
Yeah, that's pass interference.
I could see that, yes.
Yep.
Goes down to the 26-yard line.
Made it easy for him. He tried to face. First of all, you can't face guard a receiver. That's A. And B, keep the hands down. Look for the ball if you can.
Receiver Hardy, short side left. 52-10, 7:09 to go, third quarter, all UTSA, the 26-yard line, and flags come in. We delay a game on Tennyson at UTSA.
5-yard penalty, still first down.
Zebra's got that one.
Just gives you a little bit more room to throw a pass for 6.
Tennyson did not play last week against Temple. 2 for 2 on the season.
Well, he wants
49
to score,
yards.
He's going to want to score.
Playing high school football at Gilmer, where his head coach in college, the stadium is named for in Gilmer. Shotgun snap to Tennyson, looking short side left, comes near way. Ball tipped at the line of scrimmage. He was looking near way to the tight end Overmeyer. On the first and long play, Porter looked like he got a hand on that one. So second down and 15 now. Yeah, Jeff Traylor, head coach, UTSA. 1990 grad of SFA. 6th season here at UTSA. On track to get his 49th win as the boss man. And he's set to be 32-9 in conference games. More backups in, so we can see another penalty. This one could be against Rice, or did Rice call a timeout? Yeah, Rice had a stoppage. Their first here. 7:06, third quarter. UTSA 52, Rice 10. Looks like we'll keep it here.
We know this.
Among other things?
We know that Jeff Traylor's not lost very often here.
He's not.
To be exact, I want to say 4 times.
31-4 at home after tonight.
At home, exactly.
Assuming he holds a 42-point lead with 19 minutes of regulation.
4 times, that's it. So, you're talking about a team under Jeff Traylor. They've done a phenomenal job. Under Larry Coker, not so much. But under Jeff Traylor, they have done a phenomenal job of winning, learning how to win, finding the right players. As we told you earlier about the roster, how many North Shore players do they have on the roster? I want to say, I believe, I counted them, I want to say 6, just from North Shore. Also, you've got Fort Bend, Ridgepoint players on that roster.
Yeah, they invaded Houston.
Yes, sir.
All right, second and 15 at the Rice 31. UTSA with the rock. Tennyson, his most extended PT coming up. Snap a turn. Hand off to Henderson. Takes it away around the right end. Anianu was held there by the tight end Overmeyer. Yeah. This will be coming back.
Yeah, it's holding.
Could be a second and 25.
Offense, number 9, 10-yard penalty.
Overmeyer from Kingwood Park there.
Not to mention Kingwood Park out in Humble, and then Summer Creek. They went to all the best. I mentioned to you before the game. They went to every one of the schools, the top schools in Houston, and got players.
He's got East Texas covered with his Gilmer ties.
Not just all the top schools. They went to all the schools in Houston and got players.
All right, second down and 25 at the Rice 41. Gun snap Tennyson. Those at left and tipped at the line again. Anianu around there. Bots helping out. Porter there in the neighborhood, but I believe they'll give that to Bots there. Third down 25 at the Rice 41. Yeah, Jeff Traylor, Texas High School Football Hall of Famer, 15 years the head coach at Gilmer, 3 state titles. They named the stadium after him. He had a good run up there.
Well, Rice has had a few players from Gilmer.
Bob, Luke Turner.
Yep, Luke Turner.
Do-it-all guy in the House Conference Championship era. Here's the snap, Tennyson. looking right, runs it up the middle on the keeper, the 40. And he gets chased down by Botts. Hooks there in that neighborhood of the play, but only a 5-yard gain when he had to get down to the 16-yard line. 52-10 UTSA, 6:24 to go.
Well, you know that he can run, so I don't think there's any question about that. If he finds a little sliver of hope, he'll take it.
They're in the gray area here. It would be a 54-yard field goal when Petro had a career-high 45 earlier, so
no sense in punting it.
They're in that area, or there might be a quick kick, we'll see, but you'd expect with a young quarterback they might not have that in the arsenal. But
well, you're up 52-10. I mean, why
might
not
take
go
the
for
delay
it
of game here to get the extra punt room. Well, no, that's a timeout.
Yeah.
5:56 to go. Timeout on the field. We'll keep it here.
Guess they'll make a decision as to what they're going to do as the young quarterback is being coached.
And you don't think that's the Super Bowl for him down there?
Oh, it definitely is. Coach, I want to throw one. Coach, I want to throw one. I'm sure that's what he's doing. Talking to his offensive coordinator. Offensive coordinator will talk to Coach Traylor, and see if they can't figure out a way for this young man to get a touchdown under his belt in this game today.
And for the record, I don't know if there's much in the unwritten rules for a 52-10 game, barely halfway through the third quarter.
It's college football.
On what to do.
In terms of
you're talking about throwing
whether you should punt it or throw it or go for it.
And now they'll bring out the punter here.
It doesn't matter. I mean, the game's in hand. 52-10. You can do some things to experiment, but they're going to punt it.
And Hogan coming on to punt. And Dickman is back in place of Thompson, standing at his own 8. Little backspin punt. Dickman comes up, bounces at the 1. Of course, it takes a left turn, and they down it inside the 3. The bounce of the ball goes against Rice, and they down it, and it's killed there. All right, Owls football after this, 52-10 UTSA, 5:46 to go in this third. It's Rice football from Learfield.
I'm Chris Schappa, owner of Schappa's. For 42 years, our family has been providing you the best John Deere products and services in the industry. One of the things I'm most proud of is when you come to Schappa's, you are buying more than a piece of equipment. It's a commitment from our Schappa's family to yours to support you after the sale and be there when you need us. So the next time you're in the market for a John Deere tractor, a gator, or a mower, come see us at Schappa's and experience what we call the Schappa's difference.
Rice fans need a place to stay while watching your Owls play ball? Located just steps from campus is the Hilton Houston Medical Center. Visit us today at houstonplaza.hilton.com or call 713-313-4000 to get that special Rice discount. Again, that's houstonplaza.hilton.com or call 713-313-4000 to get that special Rice discount now.
$52-10, UTSA is leading now. Let's go down to the field. And our guy, Jason Metko's down there. Jason, what you have for us?
Hi there, Nate. Yes, got a soccer update for all you fans of the football variety. Rice 8-2-3. They're 2-1-3 in the American. Big match tomorrow at Holloway Field as they host the South Florida Bowl. So a 6-6-1, 2-2-1 in the American. Rice coming up yet another draw as they took on the Charlotte 49ers on Thursday, finished 1-0 in the Queen City. Sophie Zhang had the lone goal for Rice, her first of the season. So the match tomorrow, Holloway Field at high noon. That will be on ESPN Plus. And before you ask JP, no, that will not be with me. I will take a whole bunch of throat lozenges tonight and sleep very well. Thank you.
Hey, you're a gamer, man. Thanks for doing it, though.
I appreciate it, JP. Yeah,
you're a gamer. Is that old ruffian Matt Peterson on the call tomorrow night?
I believe it is that old scallywag, Matt Peterson.
Call him a ruffian? A scallywag?
Troglodyte.
We love us some Matt Peterson.
Now, one of the great humans and the former sideline reporter here at Rice football. So we love Petey.
We call him Petey. That's what I call him.
He had volleyball last night.
I call him Matty Petey.
Since when?
Oh, it's been a minute. I've known Matty Petey for a long time, so I call him Matty Petey.
All right.
Yeah, I wanted to come back with that. Not that folks were keeping score, but said that about Matt a couple weeks ago. I don't think folks could understand the humor of that, but we've known Matt forever and love him.
Oh, yeah.
All right, this drive starts as if it couldn't get any worse. Rice starts at its own 4, and it will still be Creighton at the 4. Bledsoe, the center, snaps it back, handoff, and it is Alexander who is stopped right at the line to scrimmage. UTSA's Buxton, first one to get him there. Loss of 1 on the play, so they say, no gain. Yep, 2nd and 11 actually did lose a yard. My apologies.
Well, you always talk about me talking. Now it's your time to talk as much as you want.
Oh, now. I know how to. Hey, I'm rebounding from a voice loss myself. This is what you send out like in a few days here. All right, here's snap. Creighton throwing from the end zone. Throws it right side and grabbed. Is that picked off at the 1? UTSA thinks they have it. No official signal yet from the head linesman. Yeah, Rice has that reception, but it was Hardiman in a tussle with the UTSA player.
Which is 10 for Rice. It'll be 3rd down. Rice.
Yeah, Brown, the third-string cornerback in there, wrestling with Aaron Turner there.
Let that be a lesson. There are passes that you can throw when you're sitting on your 1-yard line, and there are passes that you should not throw when you are sitting on your 1-yard line. And one of them is a pass near side or far side. You got to throw it down the field.
3rd and 13, they're on 1. A snap, a handoff, and a safety. Flags come in as well. We'll see if this is offsides against UTSA, but Buxton, the first Roadrunner there. We haven't seen a safety tonight. That would go on the bingo card.
Illegal shift. Offense. 2 players in motion at the snap. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a safety.
54-10. UTSA after that safety. They declined that. It will be Buxton.
Do you understand that UTSA has scored maybe 5 different ways tonight?
I was get out of my head. 14th year together.
Scoop and score.
Those.
Scoop and score. A pick, a safety, touchdown, field goal.
Well, and a rushing touchdown, passing touchdown, field. Yeah. Again,
I'm telling you, man, this is. You got to do a little soul searching when you get back to Houston. Actually, it starts now.
Yeah. Hey, again, 14 years together.
Yeah.
How do you do that during a game, or can you do that deep introspective thinking when you're staring down at the barrel of the 2-1-0 here?
You got to get tired of it. You just have to say, I'm sick of this. We're going to do whatever we want to do with the time remaining on the clock, and we're going to do it with efficiency, as much efficiency as we possibly can. And I'm telling you, this is where you start hitting people and you start showing that you really want to play this game. Because this is the game you wanted to play coming out of high school. And you have to understand, when you play at the collegiate level, there's a time between the end of high school and college before you start training camp. And you realize you have to pick it up with your training. Now is the time you need to understand you got to pick it up. You're playing college football.
We thought it was Buxton, but officially UTSA gets a team safety. Free kick comes down to the 21, and the UTSA returner skedaddles across the 30, 35-yard line. And young fella jitterbugs ahead. That is 82, Elliott Bro from Clear Springs in Houston.
Love to know if he's on the track team.
He's got some wiggle to his waggle.
Well, I mean, when you're 145, 150 on the football team, and you're returning punts and kickoffs, I'm going to take a guess. You probably run track.
How wild is this? UTSA has only gained 21 yards in the third quarter, but they have scored
14 points.
16 points.
That's right, 16 with the safety.
Math difficult in Mississippi, as we've established. Trips to the right, snapped Henderson, hands off, straight up the gut. 50, there goes Henry, 40, 30, check that Henderson, 23, dashes in the left side for a touchdown. 57 yards. The Gilmer Buckeye shot out of the cannon, the handoff from a former high school teammate. And the Roadrunners route is on and then some.
He saw it, JP. That was a B gap. He saw it later. Took it and went right on to the house, man. My goodness.
Henderson's second touchdown rush of the night. Both of his touchdowns this season coming here. The Voodoo Palace of the Alamo Dome. Whew. House of Horrors and then some here. It's not Halloween yet, but this game can't end fast enough. I speak for a lot of Rice folks. High snap. The hold is put down by Cale Hogan. And the point after try is in. Is Petro still out there? Or they got the kicker? That was Petro, the PAT, for whatever it's worth. UTSA 61, Rice 10, 4 minutes to go. And they have spared us the commercial breaks. We'll take one quickly and be back in a bit anyway. This is Rice football from Learfield.
Balancing your work, family, and health is a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care checkups, personalized orthopedics to keep you moving, and experts in specialties like cardiology, neurology, and GI. All in one manageable system, so you can stay healthy and strong. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
From O-Week to homecoming to game day weekends, immediately down the street, come join us for a cocktail at our Michelin-starred Dim Sum Silk Road Excellence at the Courtyard by Marriott, Rice University. We are the place to stay. Less than 2 miles from campus and minutes from Rice Village, we keep you close to the action. Call 713-661-5669 and ask for the Rice University rate. We look forward to welcoming you.
One play, 57 yards, took 9 seconds. And that one play put UTSA up 61-10 over the Rice Owls. Henderson with the run. Henderson the third, I might add, with the run that put UTSA up with an embarrassing score of 61-10 over the Rice Owls. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. It is, I tell you what, they have an embarrassment of talent riches with this UTSA team. Don't know how they came into this game 2-3, but I will tell you this: they are a good football team with a lot of talent, JP.
As the first and 10 play, a loss of 2 yards for Rice. They just keep going backwards, and it just not getting many yards as young fella races back and tackle behind the line of scrimmage. And they want to apologize, missed part of that. Here's the snap. Creighton gives it to Hardiman, streaks off left tackle, and he keeps that pile moving forward. Got up to the 30-yard line. And Nana Anianwu, just 7-yard gain.
I tell you what, you find out who wants to play.
Gut check.
Yeah, in situations like this, you find out who wants to play. When you're down 61-10, you find out exactly who wants to play and how hard they want to play. It's a tough situation for them to be in, but it is what it is. You have to dig your way out of it.
James Wally into the game now. Here's the snap. Creighton fakes it to Hardiman. Creighton will keep it, run to the left, and he gets shoved back and bent. Loss of a yard on the play. Anianwu, weak side linebacker for UTSA on the tackle. And there's a down owl on the field.
Official timeout on the field for an injured player of the offense.
Someone is getting...
It's Creighton.
Yeah, it's Creighton.
Oh, boy.
He bent in an unusual way, and he popped up. Creighton faked it. We're going to look at the replay right in front of us. And the defender, Anianwu, slams his helmet to the turf.
And there's no flag.
And there's...
Once again.
And if you hurt... All right. You're Scott Ael say on air with us. They had told the officials to watch out for UTSA on those late hits. They're a team that, and this punt comes from Baqueta. UTSA player muffs it. It's kicked around. Pierre fumbling for it. The Rice Owls, it squirts like a wet bar of soap, and somehow, it's the night it's been, UTSA recovers at the 30-yard line. Kenyon Kelly, a free safety. And UTSA will retain possession.
Covered by UTSA, first down.
UTSA is the more physical team.
Yeah.
There is like you've said in the past, the Larry Coker teams, they just take that edge and they play through the whistle and they play with that extra little swagger, and they do it so much, it's almost like a fouling team determined basketball.
Yeah.
You can't call everything. Is that?
They play with an edge. And so you call what you can call. It seems like the refs are swallowing their whistles tonight. I'm sorry.
Where's the safety of the players in that point? All right, 61-10. Here's Tennyson back in the offense for UTSA. Here's the snap. Throws a spiral left side that's through the hands of the waiting UTSA receiver. Porter, they're covering Jalen Smith. Klein Kane guy.
Another school with really good players. Klein Kane, the Klein School District, period. But let me say this. The Rice Owls players generally more disciplined in regards to playing, within the whistle.
Creighton getting ushered off to the locker room now. We see here's the snap and a handoff, and the UTSA running back barreling through. Now they go down the depth chart of Marion Peterson from Hershey High in Wichita Falls at USC.
Peterson.
Got 7 yards. Yeah, check that, Peterson.
Wearing 28.
Yeah, there you go. Ty Morris brings him down, 3rd down and 3. Peterson could play a little.
Yeah, Adrian Peterson, no question.
I don't know if there's relation there, but
he's wearing 28. Last name Peterson.
61-10, UTSA. Yep. Jason might have more of an update, but Creighton has a big towel covering up his face.
Yeah.
Here's the snap. Tennyson puts in the belly. The back keeps it, and Peterson timbers forward to the 36-yard line. He lost some on that play. Damone Green from the Heights in Houston makes that tackle.
Good to see him out there making a play.
4th down and 4, the 36. UTSA will punt it.
Wow.
And now that goes with the almost unprecedented note. 3 quarterbacks have been knocked out of this game with injury for Rice. And
never seen that.
Lucas Shearhorn, who is listed as one of the backup quarterbacks coming into the camp, as this punt is deep to Dickman. Now's punt returner back to the 16, a fair catch. A.J. Padgett could, and we'll talk about that when Rice has the ball in a little bit, but they could be playing their backup, like a 5th string tight end and backup deep snapper, A.J. Padgett, at quarterback the next drive.
Could be.
But what else do you do? You got single wing?
I can't think of anything else. The only other thing you can do is
snap it to Alexander.
You run the ball, you snap it to a running back.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make much sense, because then, now the UTSA Roadrunners, all they got to do is just key in on you. So now you have a new quarterback in there, and he's looks to be number 9. Or is that 8? Let's
get the eyes out here.
8.
That is Shearhorn. Okay, Lucas Shearhorn is in. Here's the snap, and it went directly to, that was a handoff, I beg your pardon. That goes to Byers. So
now,
Lucas Shearhorn is coming in the game, his first Owl snaps.
If you're Lucas Shearhorn, you have to be determined that you're going to do something good for this team. Because it's tough coming in 61-10, looking at a defense that's played the way this team has played.
And that ends the 4th quarter.
3rd.
Yeah, that's wishful thinking, huh?
Yeah.
UTSA 61, Rice 10. We go to the 4th. It's Rice football from Learfield.
Big trip on the horizon? Before you depart, you gotta park. The parking spot is a simpler, easier way to navigate airport parking, and you can save when you book online. You're guaranteed a spot, and we even pick you up at your trunk in our yellow and black spotted shuttles and take you straight to the terminal. Parking and saving come full circle at The Parking Spot. The Parking Spot, proud sponsor of Rice University. Visit theparkingspot.com to reserve your spot today.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Starting in the fourth quarter, except up here in the press box, the Alamo Dome has gone dark, and the fans that are left, about a third or a quarter of them, have pulled out their cell phones, flashing the lights.
Yep.
And many reasons to celebrate, as UTSA has controlled this one from the jump, 61-10. They outscore Rice 23-0. In that third quarter, the scores being two defensive scores, a safety and a 60-yard touchdown rush. All Roadrunners and then some.
Never thought we would have seen this today, JP, but they have controlled it. Did it with speed, did it with just being physical, just being a little bit more physical, a lot more physical than Rice, and also finding ways to put points on the board with the speed that they have. They use the speed, the run game, the passing game. Any which way you thought they could have won, they did. Scored a safety, trick plays. They've done it all today. Hats off to them for their effort.
And can I tell you, nobody outside of blue and gray feels sorry for the Owls, and the Owls better not feel sorry for themselves, so this could get even worse.
It could get worse.
The rest of this one.
In a hurry.
All right, looking at these stats, 19 first downs for UTSA, 9 for Rice. Roadrunners have 414 total yards, Rice 197. And those are the big stats, but Henderson 115 yards rushing for UTSA. McCown, he is kicked back in the easy chair, the lazy boy, 236-yard passing. He hasn't played yet the second half, 3 touchdowns. Owls have played 4 different quarterbacks in this game. The one bright spot being Galen Alexander, a career-high 129 yards rushing. More background on Shearhorn. He had a really good summer camp from what we saw, and he got banged up a little bit. Had a side injury. He is from Klein Oak, second team all-district. A transfer from Kennesaw State. He redshirted as a freshman. Completed 1 of 3 passing, but he is more he's played in that option system. They made a coaching change at Kennesaw State, and he comes in here now with some bona fides, and he takes the snap and shows it. And running up the middle was the Rice back. That is Byers. And third down and 2 play coming up now after the Owls got a few on that play. But UTSA total offense, they had 86 total yards on third quarter to get 23 points.
Didn't need it.
The wild statter one.
Didn't need any yards at all. Defense did it all for him.
Shearhorn in the gun, raises the leg, and they're still showing some pressure. The snap and a handoff right end, and Byers spinning his way up past the 30, first down the 35, shakes a tackle up to midfield, 45, and thrust his way into the UTSA defender, Elijah Newell. Season-long and career-long run for Byers to the 42. Donald Quaid helping out on the tackle. How about Byers? Remember, we got Mom on the stage last week at the pregame pep rally.
That's right. Mom was on the show last week, said her son is special, and we're seeing that right now.
Free pub for Barra BQ. I was up and I drove by his alma mater. Barbecue in Montgomery is amazing. Here's the snap. Hand to Byers, and he will spin his way around the right end. After that 32-yard rush, he gets a couple more down to the 40-yard line. Montgomery's a little out of your neck of the woods, though, mate. You're a South
Wait a
Sider.
minute.
For work, I guess.
I'm in Montgomery all the time now.
I know, for work.
No. Nope. Margaritaville is in. There you go, buddy.
I don't know if they could hear Jason, but he talked about the golf.
Better hang on there.
You got a course out there?
I got some friends out there, man.
All right, 61-10, UTSA, 13-12 to go. Shearhorn right-handed thrower, dumps it out left flat, caught by Turner. jukes a man to the 40 inside. Crossing down to the 35 is Elijah Newell from Maumelle, Arkansas, redshirt freshman.
That's a good move by Turner.
He's got some juke to him, down to the 34 for 6 yards. 3rd down and 2. Owls, no huddle. Shotgun. Shearhorn pops back up. Dickman was in motion. He backs out of that. Hardham in the back now for Rice.
I like the screen plays. Let's go another one.
Here is the raise of the leg. Snap comes back to Shearhorn. Hands it to Hardham. Wide side of the field to the right. That's to the 30. And slammed down the 27-yard line, and a first down run is Ian Jackson from Prattville, Alabama. Slammed him down to the UTSA turf. First down run. You had a comment. We were walking around the turf before the game. Really fast surface down there.
Yeah, I like that surface down there. You can certainly scoot, and a lot of surfaces don't. The turf is a little shorter, which means you have to work a little harder.
12 minutes to go in the ball game. Rice sustaining a good drive here, but they're down 61-10. Snap Shearhorn, backs cross, hand to Hardham, and he bends and knifes his way forward as he falls into James Whaley's waiting arms, but lost a yard on that play. 2nd down and 11, Rice at the UTSA 28.
Rice Owls certainly have the talent to throw at you, but you need to have a combination of plays that you can go to in certain situations. It's called situational football, and depending on what situation you're in, you can call that play and get a big gain, and that has been the problem for Rice today. They've been too predictable.
Falk the tight end there. Walker receiver to the left. Shearhorn quarterback draw on 2nd and 11. Cuts left, and he gets hit along the right side by Wally. Past the original, or to the original line of scrimmage. Got 1, but still a 3rd and 10 at the 27 of UTSA. And if you don't think UTSA is still out there fuming and hopping mad, I got another thing for you. They are playing hard still.
They want another touchdown if they can get it.
Pierre checks out. Actually, Falk was out that last play. Silly me, but he comes in, and Peyton Matthews in there. Johnny Bowens from nearby Judson, a rocket like our. All right, here.
Their second.
Ken, our spotter, also a Judson star, but I don't think he also went to Oregon to play football. He just went to Marines. Timeout on the field. 10:32 to go. Rice had that stoppage, correct? Yes. UTSA 61, Rice 10. Have a break on the action. 10:32 to go. It's Rice football from Learfield.
Every great team has a game plan. What's your game plan for retirement? Join us in person for a 2-night comprehensive retirement planning university course. It's interactive, instructor-led, and covers what you need to know when it comes to retirement planning, taxes, income strategies, common mistakes, and more. If retirement is the next play for you, this class sets the formation. Reserve your seat at retirementplanninguniversity.com. That's retirementplanninguniversity.com. Retirement Planning University is a nonprofit and not an accredited university. See website for disclosures. Go Owls!
The passion.
He's going to take it to the house. Dinner's cooking. Touchdown.
The fury.
There was flames on that ball.
The speed.
35-40. There he goes. Down the sideline.
Western College football.
For the end zone. Got it for 6 points. You can unhitch the wagon. Put the ponies in the barn. Back to the end zone. 30, 20.
This is the College Football Blitz. Listen all season long on College Sports Now on the Varsity Network.
Bob said he is not going to game next Saturday.
I'm not either then.
You know what? I'm out too. I'm out. Well, that's because our next broadcast.
What game are you going to call? What? Jason.
With what voice?
Struggling. Jason, I have suggested that you stop. Just take the rest of the night off. Unless you just want to talk. I mean, period, because your voice needs a rest.
I'm ready for next week, man. Let's go.
Poor guy. Oh, man. But I'm not going to be here next week because we got
a bye week.
Yes. Could not come at a better time. Our next broadcast 2 weeks from today, kick time against UConn, will be announced Monday. We'll be on air 30 minutes before kick for the Houston Methodist pregame from the Frankie Hicks radio booth. I can hear it all on the Owls Gameday app, Rice Network, Rice Varsity Network App. What the heck am I talking about? RiceOwls.com as well. And so it's a national TV game. And you're free to sync us up on syncmygame.com to match us with the video. Actually, that's ESPN Plus, so that's a national webcast. But remember, Owls lost in West Hartford last season 17-10. That ended up being the last game of the Mike Bloomgren era.
Yep.
All right, here's Shearhorn. 3rd down and 10 play after this stoppage. Obviously in 4-down territory here. The score and the situation trailing 61-10. Shearhorn raises the right leg. Snap, fake to Byers, pitch it back to Turner running around the right end. Those black pellets popping up as he runs around that edge, and he is stymied at the line of scrimmage. 4th down and 10 play. They're so quick, side to side, straight forward. Wally has had himself a good last few plays.
Well, UTSA is doing a good job of reading these plays, because we're talking about really slip screens and all kinds of stuff going on here. And, you know, how can you even see the ball? You've got a new field goal kicker out there.
Chase Allen, the former UTSA Roadrunner, coming on for a kick from the right hash of 45 yards. Allen last season 5 of 9 on his field goal attempts. Here for UTSA, puts a big thud into this one. The kick is up in the air, and he nailed it through the pipes. Allen drilling that one.
Media timeout.
Good ump on that one. We take the break. 61-13. UTSA leads Rice. It's Rice football from Learfield.
Rice fans need a place to stay while watching your Owls play ball? Located just steps from campus is the Hilton Houston Medical Center. Visit us today at houstonplaza.hilton.com or call 713-313-4000 to get that special Rice discount. Again, that's houstonplaza.hilton.com or call 713-313-4000 to get that special Rice discount now.
Porsche is proud to partner with Rice University, celebrating a shared commitment to excellence and innovation. As part of this exclusive partnership, Rice students, alumni, and staff are eligible for special incentives on new Porsche models, including the all-electric 2025 Macan. Plus, enjoy 3 years of complimentary maintenance with the purchase of any new vehicle. Visit today and show your Rice ID to take advantage. This offer is just for the Rice community.
How about Chase Allen capping a 10-play, 55-yard drive, 5:51 took. A 45-yard field goal made by Allen. Good seeing that.
And the Rice Owls are down 61-13.
There's that too.
Yeah.
You know, we'll know more when we talk about Scott. And Scott, like Coach Abel, we're doing a show coming up, podcast coming up on this next week. And obviously there'll still be a lot to talk about. Side promo, Justin Immel, Rice golf coach will be on. He talked about leading up to this, really needing the off week. And that's accented more now. And he said the schedule makers, they're not complaining, but they did not do them any favors. He told me this on the last episode. But everything came together at the most imperfect time. And after UTSA lost the way they did, and with the rivalry, wanting to make a point, it all just went sideways from the jump.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, and here's the thing. It doesn't get any easier. Thank goodness for the bye week, because if you didn't have the bye week, you'd have to face UConn and continue on down the stretch. So now you don't.
Patrick Creighton Jr. jogging back onto the field now. As Goda is going to kick this one away. Rice trailing 61-13. Kickoff, return man deep for UTSA. They go deep in the depth chart here. Metko Anderson. High kick.
We'll
Goda. I don't know even why they have kickoff return men back there, but They still do. 9:41 to go. All UTSA in this one. And you wonder, you speak of the bye week coming up at a good time. You don't know what Chase Jenkins' status will be. You don't know Drew DeVillier's status. You don't know if this is going to be Quentin Jackson's status. So, yeah, the off week, the bye week's coming up at the right time, but is Shearhorn your quarterback coming up after the break? You just look at a totally different complexion in the second half of the season.
Totally. Gosh.
All right, here's UTSA. They still have Tennyson. Puts in the belly of the back, and he burst his way across the left guard. And see some Owls second and third stringers coming in there, making the play. Bailey Fletcher, the Owls safety, coming in there. 8-yard gain, though. The number on that UTSA back, I beg your pardon, it slipped me.
Boy, talk about having to go back to the drawing board. My goodness. Usually coaches say, we're going to flush this one down. It's going to take more than one flush.
Oh, my gosh. It's the line of your career. Here's the snap, hand underneath. Bryson Donnell from Legacy High School in Tyler, a Red Raider, Texas Tech Red Raider transfer. No gain. 3rd down and 2.
Obviously.
You're pulling out those Mississippi. You talk about my East Texas phrases. I've never held off a laugh more than what you said 2 plays ago. Good gosh almighty.
Every now and then, I'm not sure if the timing is good, but, we'll pull one out.
UTSA only 4 of 8 on 3rd downs as Tennyson hands to the youngster Donnell again. Getting his first few carries of the season. Gets a yard. You need a 3rd and 2. It's 4th and 1, so you'd imagine they would punt here. Cooper King in the game gets a tackle.
That stat there, I'm just thinking, I'm looking at the scoreboard, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness.
They're going for it here, and a 4th down less than a yard at the 35. This is
why not? Why not? They've done so much unusual today. They've scored in several different ways. Why not do this?
They come up trying for a quick snap, play clock down to 10, and they will go for it. And they essentially just fall down in the middle of the field, the pile of Rice Owls blue and gray players.
So now what they're doing is rubbing it in your face.
That is an all-timer. Up 48, halfway through the 4th quarter, and they go for it on 4th down. Can't explain that one.
There's lots that we can't explain here today.
All right. Owls defensive lineman Luca Akertava in the game. Here's the snap. Tennyson hands underneath, and the youngster falling forward is Donnell again. Got a yard. The 2nd down and 9.
To the
36-yard line.
Can I tell you something here?
You better.
They're running some semblance of our offense, of the Rice offense now. Semblance.
Just quick hitting runs, trying to milk the clock.
Yes.
They're taking a lot of time, too. All right, trips receivers to the left. One of those is Hardy from our Lincoln Flying Time on the DISD. Snap Tennyson. A handoff right. Running around the right end, the big fella, the 40. Galloping the 45. A stiff arm coming up. Bailey Fletcher coming up to play the run and bring down the UTSA ball carrier, John Emery. John Emery. 11-yard rush.
So many years ago, I attended a church called Antioch Baptist, which is downtown Houston historic church. And the minister's name was John Henry. He played running back at Baylor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not the owner of the Red Sox, I presume.
No.
All right, here's the snap. Tennyson hands, and Emery is blasted in the backfield. Good job by the Owls. Ethan Roman coming in for a big stick. I say this in other games that get sideways, other sports. Fans don't some of them do. They don't understand the work that these back of the depth chart, down the roster guys put in, and they don't understand the emotions they have playing in a sideways game like this.
Exactly. And most of them run scout team, right? They're trying to get the starters ready for the game.
And look at Broman running around there on defense, twisting in there. Here's the snap and a toss to the right side, little misdirection, UTSA. And the Cooper King, or no, that's a Bo Barton getting in there to run down the play. And this near sideline, but chasing down the UTSA receiver to the 45-yard line.
Another thing is that since they don't get a chance to play that often, when they do get their shot, they want to take advantage of it and try to make something, make a memory. They want to put something on tape.
Yeah, 10-yard gain there by Anderson. 3rd down and 2 officially. The 45, 61-13, all UTSA. Snap to Tennyson, the high one. He puts it down in the belly. And the back breaking through is Emery. To the left, though. He is strung out and brought down by the blue and grays. Cooper King again. From Stratford, Spartan, 5'10", 214, and they went for it on 4th down and less than a yard back of around their 35. So actually, they'll bring their special teamers on here now. I think there are no special teamers on there. Rice's special teams on there with 14 seconds to snap it.
There is no mercy rule. Come on,
UTSA is going to take a penalty here, so they have a little more room to kick, I think. Don't you think?
Quite possibly.
Running the clock. 3:44 to go. Jeff Traylor calling the timeout.
UTSA.
1 second on the play clock.
Immediate timeout on the field.
You know, it seems like nights like this as well, when we have a timeout on the field, continue the thought about Jeff Traylor, what he has built here at UTSA. But he seems like he's been there longer than he has. But up for the A&M job a couple years ago when Mike Elko got it. But just, you talk about a made-for-TV movie or maybe hitting the big screen, Jeff Traylor has built this UTSA program into something fierce, and they won't be out of the conference race here. They'll be 1-1 after tonight. We do have a timeout back after this, rest of this one. Now the parachute's coming out, Nate. They're raining down from the rafters, little tiny promotional parachutes. Maybe Jason Metko can get one in a second. If he has a voice left, he'll tell us about it next. It's Rice football from Learfield.
A breast cancer diagnosis can turn your world upside down. But your Houston Methodist team assures you they'll use the latest cancer research and technologies, collaborating to treat and remove the tumor and reconstruct your breasts, restoring symmetry, sensation, and your sense of self. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
It's a dance-off on the big screen, Nate. Get up and shake it. Cut a row.
What do you want me to shake?
I've never seen you dance.
You probably will never see me dance, my friend.
Likewise, my friend.
Yeah.
We have a viewer, I don't know how long ago this was, watching and listening from Albany, Georgia.
Thank you.
Appreciate everybody for listening and watching in on the Owls in-booth feed and on the Rice Owls Gameday app, Varsity Network app, riceowls.com. And also, how would you like to listen to us while synced up to your TV, comfort your own home? Go to syncmygame.com to find out how. Did you get any throat lozenges from the rafters there, Jason, raining in?
He's done for the night.
He said he is done. I am. Oh, here comes one floating down the rafters in front of us.
I think he's done. Potato chips?
They have little white HEB parachutes.
Are those chips?
I think they have different like chips and like little trinkets attached to those.
Knickknacks, yeah.
What I'm wondering is who is dropping this down up here from the catacombs of
no
Alamo Dome.
idea.
Yeah, who has the guts? I guess that would be more, the rafters. The catacombs would be down underneath. But.
Well, you've got the professional mascots do that kind of thing.
Wow.
But we don't.
No. They are going for it now on a 4th down and 3 play at the 46. This surprises me again. Tennyson hands off in the backfield, and the back Emery is spun down and hit down at the midfield mark. Good job by the Rice young man Ethan Broman, I beg your pardon, comes in and makes that play.
Yeah, I wish they had been able to make plays like that earlier in the game to prevent 61 points from being scored, but that's just the way it is. So got a young man who's celebrating a tackle, Broman, and good to see that.
All right, Jason has his headphones on now. We were talking about you when you had them off earlier.
Well, I was talking things with the crate Chuck Poole, trying to figure out what was going on with Patrick Creighton Jr. earlier.
Okay.
But what were you saying? I'm curious.
We were wondering if the throat lozenges were coming down from the rafters. And if you got any.
They are gift cards to a very famous grocery chain, which is based in this fine city.
Hey, they're sponsors. HEB, give them some love here.
Okay,
here's the snap and a handoff. And the Rice Owls, Carson Morgan, the Kansas transfer, getting his 2nd carry of the season. He plows his way forward into UTSA territory for 4 yards, 2nd down and 6. Kalen Roberts-Day on that tackle. Here's the snap. Shearhorn pitches it left. Pierre breaks off a face mask penalty and runs back up the middle and gets throttled there by Fred Lewis. Wanted to get his name in the newspaper if they had him anymore. Loss of 2. 3rd down and 8 at the UTSA 48.
Somebody's going to remember he made that play, JP. Somebody probably took a picture, and this is when, that happens. When you're up 61-13, all the starters are sitting, and now it's your time to shine. So there it is.
Knock on the door, the 2-minute timeout. Lucas Shearhorn here for the blue and gray. Right to left, Owls. Owls 6 of 16 on 3rd downs, has nothing to the right, nothing to the left, nothing up the middle for Browman. Make that 6 of 17. Running back to the 50-yard line. Cam Upshaw on that hit there for the UTSA Roadrunners. And the Owls have to go for a 4th and 10. I guess they could punt it. I don't know what I'm talking about, but they have the makings. It looks like they are going to go for it here. A timeout on the field. Bonus break studio, bonus break here. UTSA 61 and Rice 13. 2 minutes to go in this one. This is Rice football from Learfield.
Owl fans know where to stay when they come to Houston. The Courtyard by Marriott, Rice University, is their preferred choice. Whether cheering on the team or kicking off their Rice experience during O Week. Just minutes from Rice Village and less than 2 miles to campus. We provide the right mix of convenience and accessibility. Coming in spring 2025, enjoy Michelin-starred dim sum excellence in our restaurant. Cheer for the Owls by raising a glass in the lounge and start the day right with breakfast in the bistro. Call 713-661-5669 to make a reservation and be sure to ask for the Rice University rate. We look forward to welcoming you.
I'm Chris Schappa, owner of Schappa's. For 42 years, our family has been providing you the best John Deere products and services in the industry. One of the things I'm most proud of is when you come to Schappa's, you are buying more than a piece of equipment. It's a commitment from our Schappa's family to yours to support you after the sale and be there when you need us. So the next time you're in the market for a John Deere tractor, a gator, or a mower, come see us at Schappa's and experience what we call the Schappa's difference.
Don't miss a Rice Unfiltered podcast, as we were talking earlier. This last week we heard from Coach Ael. And we'll have regular visits with him, Tommy McClellan, other Owls coaches. We have Justin Immel, Owls golf coach. Back-to-back tournament wins for Rice. New episodes drop early Wednesday mornings. Rice Unfiltered on Apple, Spotify, the Owls YouTube page. You can also ask Alexa or Siri to play the Rice Unfiltered podcast. What a world we live in. 61-13. UTSA, the lead from the jump. If you're saying, hey, I wonder how it got that way. Halfway through the first quarter, it was 7-3. But then UTSA had a 31-point scoring burst.
Yep.
from the rest of the first to the end of the half. And then they started with 2 defensive scores, actually 3 in a row. Pick 6, scoop and score, safety, the first 3 scores to make it 54-10 in the third quarter. This between Yale and Alexander rush. He had the best game of the night for the Owls offense, but then later, a little thumb in the eye, a jab there to twist it around, a rush by Henderson of 60 yards for UTSA to make it 61-10. Then Rice has the field goal from Allen to make it 61-13. And now Rice will go for it 4th and 10 at the yard line. Morgan is the back. Christian Edgar is the slot left side. Still waiting for our TV friends. Say we can go. They give us permission. Twins to the right side, even 2 minutes to go. Snap Shearhorn, fakes option right, throws it back over the middle. Coming back to Falk. He makes the catch, drops the football. It pops out at the 30. And UTSA says they have it. And unfortunately, I think they would be correct. No official signal yet from the Zebras. They're still waiting. And I think Armani Rue was the one around that football.
Throwing on the field was a catch and fumble recovered by Rice. First down.
So Rice somehow snuck in there and got that at the 30.
Good they did. That would have probably been something that they just would not want to have remembered.
22-yard catch for Falk's first career Rice grab, the redshirt sophomore from the Haverford School in Springfield, Pennsylvania. He got a belly full of that helmet from the UTSA player and coughed up the football, but Rice recovered at the 30. All right, shotgun snap. Shearhorn hands to Morgan. Tippy toes to the right side, spins in. Back to the line of scrimmage. Remember Morgan telling me in the summer camp, he's got family in the Austin area, so I'm sure they're here watching him with pride coming down I-35.
Not far at all.
Minute 12 to go. Minute 11, minute 10 to go. Can't have much of a positive momentum after this going into the bye week, but Rice trying to put something positive on film here. Raise the leg, Shearhorn the snap. Hands to Morgan, up the middle. Follows the center. And the guard blocking tandem down to the 26-yard line. About 4 yards on that play.
Well, the one thing a game like this, JP, will do is expose all of your weaknesses and show you where you need to get better. Also tell you in what areas you need to recruit players.
The ultimate truth serum.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good point. 25 seconds left. This could be the final snap. Hand to Moore. No, play fake. Shearhorn like he's on the playground, improvising a play, running to the right, and he gets spun out of bounds with 16 seconds left. Shy of the 25-yard line. He only got a yard, if that. But 4th down, and the Owls, one way or another, this will be the last play of the game.
Well, you know they're going for it here.
4th down and 6.
Brings up 4th and 6.
See, it's, you know, you kind of wonder how much out of their offense can they do. And so that makes it hard.
Well, they've had enough quarterbacks tonight to play to test that, haven't they?
True.
Snap Shearhorn running to the left on 4th and 6. Floats it out down the left side. Up in the air and knocked incomplete to Pierre at the 9. Boy, the Water Boys hit hard here for UTSA. They bring in the 4th stringers, and they hit just as hard as the starters.
Well, you got to zip the ball to him because that ball was coming slowly. You got to zip it to him. And
Mark Rayson there, that big hit there. UTSA will take it once, at least I think a snap. That's the according thing to do.
That's all you got. 9 seconds. Game over. Mercifully.
Can I ask you another dumb or just obvious question?
14 years.
How do you regroup from this? You have the bye week, thankfully.
You got
with so much of the season left.
It's up. The coaches have so much work to do in regards to keeping guys positive, and then guys have to be men and realize, hey guys, we got our butts kicked. We need to come together as a team and be better.
victory formation. That'll do it. UTSA wins in a lapper 61-13 over the Rice Owls. Final words coming up in a bit. It's Rice football from Learfield.
I'm Chris Shoppa, owner of Shoppas. For 42 years, our family has been providing you the best John Deere products and services in the industry. One of the things I'm most proud of is when you come to Shoppas, you are buying more than a piece of equipment. It's a commitment from our Shoppas family to yours to support you after the sale and be there when you need us. So the next time you're in the market for a John Deere tractor, a gator, or a mower, come see us at Shoppas and experience what we call the Shoppas difference.
Every great team has a game plan. What's your game plan for retirement? Join us in person for a 2-night comprehensive retirement planning university course. It's interactive, instructor-led, and covers what you need to know when it comes to retirement planning, taxes, income strategies, common mistakes, and more. If retirement is the next play for you, this class sets the formation. Reserve your seat at retirementplanninguniversity.com. That's retirementplanninguniversity.com. Retirement Planning University is a nonprofit and not an accredited university. See website for disclosures. Go Owls!
Owl fans know where to stay when they come to Houston. The Courtyard by Marriott, Rice University, is their preferred choice, whether cheering on the team or kicking off their Rice experience during O Week. Just minutes from Rice Village and less than 2 miles to campus, we provide the right mix of convenience and accessibility. Coming in spring 2025, enjoy Michelin-starred dim sum excellence in our restaurant. Cheer for the Owls by raising a glass in the lounge and start the day right with breakfast in the bistro.
After this, let's go down. Jason Metko down on the Rice Owls turf with Scott Ael. Jason.
Coach, I know that these games are part of the football life. What is the message to the boys after this one that was just not going your way from the start?
Well, we just got to get back and figure out, how poorly it all went. Own up to our part in it, whatever it is. Get healthy. I mean, we ran out of quarterbacks today. Who else can say that around the country? And then we got to reset. That's it. We're not nearly this bad a football team, and we all know that, but we have to reset. And that will be the message we take into our bye week.
Appreciate it, Coach. Thank you.
Yep.
Guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, Coach. And thank you so much, Jason. Please grab a lozenge. UTSA 61 and Rice 13. Back with more here on our Mid-First Bank postgame. Mid-First Bank, true to you. This is Rice football from Learfield.
I'm Chris Shoppa, owner of Shoppas. For 42 years, our family has been providing you the best John Deere products and services in the industry. One of the things I'm most proud of is when you come to Shoppas, you are buying more than a piece of equipment. It's a commitment from our Shoppas family to yours to support you after the sale and be there when you need us. So the next time you're in the market for a John Deere tractor, a gator, or a mower, come see us at Shoppas and experience what we call the Shoppas difference.
Big trip on the horizon? Before you depart, you gotta park. The parking spot is a simpler, easier way to navigate airport parking, and you can save when you book online. You're guaranteed a spot, and we even pick you up at your trunk in our yellow and black spotted shuttles and take you straight to the terminal. Parking and saving come full circle at The Parking Spot. The Parking Spot, proud sponsor of Rice University. Visit theparkingspot.com to reserve your spot today.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
The passion.
He's going to take it to the house. Dinner's cooking. Touchdown.
The fury.
There was flames on that ball.
The speed.
35-40. There he goes. Down the sideline.
Western college football.
For the end zone. Got it for 6 points. You can unhitch the wagon. Put the ponies in the barn. Back to the end zone. 30, 20.
This is the College Football Bliss. Listen all season long on College Sports Now on the Varsity Network.
Rice Owls fall in this one, 61-13. UTSA gets the win. Their first conference win comes in emphatic fashion. They go to 1-1 in league play, and they're even up at 3-3 on the regular season. Rice drops the game to go to 1-3 in league play. and Rice is now 3-4 on the regular season. Looking at the big stats, 21-12, the first down advantage, but the passing yards, mostly McCown, 246-79 for Rice. Rice played 4 different quarterbacks, and as Coach mentioned, who else in the country ran out of quarterbacks in the game? Yeah. And the total yards, 437-269, not as glaring, but because UTSA had 3 defensive touchdowns. I don't think defensive score. I'll check on that. Not that it matters too much, but they had 2 defensive scores and a safety for their first 3 scores in the second half. But they scored in every which way outside of a special teams return. It was just a dominating performance from stem to stern.
Well, you know, I think you forget that this is the way they can play, that they can actually play this physical, that they can knock your quarterbacks out. You know, a lot, that they have a lot of speed, that they have a lot of size, you know, that they can dominate you defensively from, you know, just with their front 7. And then the back 4 really don't have to work that hard. They did not have to work that hard tonight. In fact,
UTSA's.
Yeah, UTSA's back 4. I don't think they had much work to do. I really don't, because the front 7 was so dominant. And Rice didn't pose a threat. The only time they posed a threat was when they went on those 2 long runs. The long touchdown run and Dalen's run, that's it. Mm-hmm. That's possibly it. So there wasn't really a threat that they posed. So, you know, it was 7 against 11. Their front 7 against Rice's 11, and they won with their 7 defensively.
Commanding fashion.
Yes,
UTSA 61, Rice 13. More of the stats coming up here in a bit. The MidFirst Bank postgame show continues. This is Rice football from Learfield.
Porsche is proud to partner with Rice University, celebrating a shared commitment to excellence and innovation. As part of this exclusive partnership, Rice students, alumni, and staff are eligible for special incentives on new Porsche models, including the all-electric 2025 Macan. Plus, enjoy 3 years of complimentary maintenance with the purchase of any new vehicle. Visit today and show your Rice ID to take advantage. This offer is just for the Rice community.
Your health is personal, which is why your Houston Methodist primary care team takes the time to get to know you and your unique goals, offering personalized health care at more than 40 locations throughout Greater Houston, with same-day clinics when you're sick and expert specialists when you need them. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Every great team has a game plan. What's your game plan for retirement? Join us in person for a 2-night comprehensive retirement planning university course. It's interactive, instructor-led, and covers what you need to know when it comes to retirement planning, taxes, income strategies, common mistakes, and more. If retirement is the next play for you, this class sets the formation. Reserve your seat at retirement